It's gonna change every fucking episode. I don't know where to fucking work on it, but yeah, listen. Hey yo, we are finally back. It's been a long several days. I know, feels like a lifetime, but we are back with another episode of No Cooldown Podcast. We got some good stuff today, but first, before that, we even get into all that other shit. My podcast partner in crime, WenEazy. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm good. I cannot complain.
Word, man. Love to see it. I myself, ThatManTripp, am doing pretty well. We've made it to the weekend, another weekend. It is Black History Month. As of this recording, we are firmly in Black History Month, baby. It's melanated love all over the place. People is winning. I love to see it, man. Put your koofies on, man. Put your koofies on. And if you know what I'm saying, if you're not in possession of enough melanated stuff, you know what I'm saying, in your vicinity, pay some reparations. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. We'll see you out there. But yeah, shout out to Black History Month, man. It's just a beautiful time. Shout out to everybody that's winning. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody doing their thing that's black out here. Lovely. Love to see it. Please keep on winning. Keep shining on everybody out here. Keep stunning. I don't know about you, man, but my heart was just swelling with I see hella people just dub after dub after dub after dub after. I'm like, wow, it's just dope to see. It was like a flood.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, man. It was a flood on the timeline, man. So I'm just so happy for everybody doing their thing. Like, it's just awesome to see. Long may it continue. But
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to open our third eyes with this no cooldown shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be on that type of time today. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's warm up a little bit. So the latest collab from Fortnite has dropped with the group Silk Sonic as Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars skins. They have a whole suite of other cosmetics and animations based off the band to drop off on the battle bus with. And, so now you can not only leave the door open, but you can build the door as well. Come on now. How do you feel, man? Come on, Wen. Come on.
I just was like, man, at this point, like, I'm not even surprised about the people who are on Fortnite. They kind of just, I guess, not even like they put whoever as if like Silk Sonic is whoever. It's just like, all right, like, it's just, all right, cool. I didn't know who was asking for this, but I'm happy that they're in there. Like,
not a fucking clue who even. Listen, I'm just saying, I feel like this is a good experience for me because now I can go into this game and actually lay hands on these mans for not dropping a deluxe album with extra songs. So this is my time to shine. This is personally my time to shine. I've been waiting on this one, honestly. This is a great out for me to express my rage because this is ridiculous. They've been sitting out here, they left the 7-8 songs and just dipped off into the sunset. Nah, bro, I'm gonna catch you at Tilted. But no, seriously though, it's just like, yo, Fortnite just does whatever it wants, bro. Fortnite is just like, yo, I'll take you, I'm gonna take you from over there. You think I can't grab you? Man, I can pull any nigga in this. Like, yo, bro, like, ridiculous.
Whoever. I think it's like, I was like a little upset that, like, I don't know if it got announced with a concert in mind, because I think that would be cool. Like, I actually enjoy the Fortnite concerts because it's like, it's a free concert. Like, why wouldn't I want to show up to that? Not even like from a content, like, not even like a content perspective, just like as a regular person who likes music, why wouldn't I want to do the free concert or whatever? So I'm a little upset about that, but it's just funny. It's like, all right, cool. Like, when they added Ariana Grande, I was just like, all right, cool. So nothing can stop them. Nothing will stop them.
Literally not a thing. Not a thing. So yeah, basically I see like some things. Yeah, they had like a little emotes, the back bling, of course, the pickaxe, the whole sets with the skins, of course, the dances and all the stuff that they do. Got a little drum set for Anderson .Paak and a little mic stand for Bruno. I'm like, all these little skin variants and whatnot. I'm trying to see if they had any actual event. I know they said it was like a Silk Sonic Cup. It's like just a little like LTM just for them to earn the skins, but I didn't see anything about a concert from my knowledge. So it was just that. So yeah, man, that's tough. I would have liked to see a concert as well, but you know what I'm saying, it might not be in the cards, nigga. They might need to drop more songs. You know, maybe they can have a concert, maybe they can have a whole experience about it. I per se, but again, I'm gonna see y'all at Tilted. Y'all gonna pull up. I'm gonna skate to your ass, man. Skate to me, baby. I'm on that ass. Anyways, we'll see y'all soon on that. But in a slightly sadder tone, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has officially been delayed to 2023 through a lot of different reports we've heard from this year, especially from this week rather. We had a quiet delay from WB Games on this project, and now both this and Gotham Knights have received delays in the past year, and they're backsliding a little bit. So I can jump on the lead on this one. I am not mad. I am just a little bit sad. That's all. As you may know, this is one of my anticipated games for this year. I gotta chalk that off the damn list now. So I'm not going back to re-edit that shit. But still, it's not always fun to see games that are slated to release in a year get delayed and pushed back. But I want games to come out into the best form possible. And this looks like a really fun ass game. So take the time that you need. If you're getting mad over a game getting delayed because it wants to be in its best shape, what you doing? You're honestly like you're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath because it's needless. You want a game to come out in the best shape possible. When it gets delayed, you get mad. So I have no problem. I understand game development process is not going to be easy. So y'all take whatever time y'all need. That's just me.
I'm not surprised. Like I said before, I don't think we're gonna see games releasing at the same time that they say they were. Like especially games of this magnitude releasing for if unless we fix the COVID situation and everything is at 100% capacity as it used to be, then I'll start looking at release dates as like hard set dates. But until we either do that, I don't see games releasing on the at the same time that they are announced for like another 5 years because you still have to understand is that we're still working in a capacity of people not being in the office, of people working from home and things like that, and that's going to affect it for a lot of different reasons. So I am not surprised that it got delayed. I want them to take their time with it because it looks like a really fun game, and the last thing I would want is for them to rush it and then we end up all wishing we had refunds.
Yeah, nah, we gonna be seeing people, you know what I'm saying, cyberpunking the fuck out, you know what I'm saying, getting on
Yeah,
their ass
exactly.
because shit got rushed, and it's gonna be a whole nother fiasco all over again. And I don't
1000.
want it to happen to this game because it looks absolutely fun from top to bottom. It looks fantastic, and again, the more polish and more stuff you can break through, the better. Like I've also seen it. This wasn't on the notes, but it was like literally Techland was like, "Yo, hey y'all, don't don't play the game without updating it. Like literally update your game as soon as you get it because we're playing on an old version. If you do it, it's gonna be buggy as hell. And I feel like they're still working on a lot of bugs. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that development process can be grueling and it can still come out with problems. As we might see
Yeah.
with Dying Light 2. You know what I'm saying? So take as much time as you need. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand this, pressure from different sources that y'all have, but in the sense of making a game as best as it possibly can be, take all the time you need. The real gamers we understand and we know. Y'all got to do what y'all got to do.
1000%. I completely agree. I don't want to play a bad game because of somebody's impatience. It's not that deep. Because at the end of the day,
Facts.
it's just like a good game can be like the way I can see it is like the disappointment of a game getting delayed is only temporary. Like the game will eventually come out, but a game being bad, that will just be how it is forever, you know?
Mhm.
Like people will get over a delay, but people will not get over the fact that your game sucked. I have a lot
Facts.
of game franchises that I still till this day am angry about because they messed up.
Facts. Facts. It's like you can do all the huffing you puffing you want. If you rush it and you come out with a bad product, people are gonna be always stuck with that first impression when they got their
Mhm.
hands on the game. It never leaves them, no matter how much you try and retcon and patch and update. You know what I'm saying? Battlefront 2, as good as they are now, they started off terrible, and that's what left a lot of people off the player base. You know what I'm saying? Kingdom Hearts
Mhm.
3, my favorite franchise of all time, left a slightly, sour note because it dropped not in the state that I thought it was gonna be in. But of course, that was a different thing because expectations. But still, the development process was skewing it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, it didn't come out as high as I thought it was. But then they
Mhm.
retcon, but still, the first impressions lasting. So it's real like careful ground that you'll have to walk on in the development process and getting the product out in the right way. And
Mhm.
just rushing it is not the right way, man. So especially for
Absolutely.
big ass projects like this where a lot of people's eyes are gonna be on, do not rush this. Take your time. Take your time. For sure, man. And last story right here from the warm up, man. So this was hilarious. This is like the quickest like war ever. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I read about this in passing earlier in the week, and it ended yesterday. I was like, yo, what the? It's already over. But anyways, we had an entire NFT war arc from Team 17, which is the team who brought you the Worm series of video games. So earlier in the week, Team 17 officially announced an environmentally friendly NFT project called MetaWorms that was apparently unbeknownst to several of the dev teams who work under Team 17, and other teams who knew voiced their displeasure, and they still were going ahead with the project anyways. Now, in response, the internet lit Team 17's ass up on social media. Like, even the teams behind Overcooked and Going Under, which are under the Team 17 banner, they were voicing straight up tweets. It was like, yo, bro, we don't agree with this. We don't like this. We don't want this. Team 17, what the hell's wrong with y'all? They were getting lit the hell up. And literally one day after all of that backlash on Twitter, Team 17 just literally flat out canceled the project and stopped all NFT developments of the MetaWorms initiative. It's done and dusted. It was like a whole war in about like 3 days, bro. That's crazy. That was the craziest thing I've seen this week, man. What you thinking about that?
It's funny because like I remember seeing Aggro Crab. I didn't even know about it. That's how small, how short it was, how short lived this idea was. That like all I saw was Aggro Crab, which is the company that made it Going Under, was like, yo, this is some old bullshit, and we actually will not work for Team 17 until they decide to stop doing this bullshit. And then they were like, and then like literally that same day, Team 17 was like, we've heard your feedback and we are not doing it anymore. And like we were just like, yeah, dude, because it's like the thing that sucks too is that I love Team 17. Like I really have I have a deep love for Team 17. I would love to work with them one day. And it was just like, and the reason I love Team 17 is because they always like put out these really, really interesting games. Like, so I was just like, damn, I can't wait. Like seeing that was kind of disappointing because it's like right now, the only companies that are really pushing for NFTs or really want NFTs in the games, it's really just a money making scheme for them. So like to see them put it out, it's like, damn, bro, I thought like these companies you were pushing these indie games out for were gonna be like, I thought it felt kind of like whack because it was just like, damn, son, I hope you're not gonna fall under the same route that like people like Ubisoft or Konami are gonna go down with these like NFT things.
Facts. And it's like, people would just spoke, man. The people speak, man. Like, and on this situation, either you're gonna listen or you're gonna ignore. And we've seen this literally like two sides of the coin. This case right here, where it's like, okay, we're actually gonna listen to feedback and not let our public image go to waste or get dropped off because we don't want to listen to our people and just follow the money trail. Now, there's that side, and then there's the what I'm saying, the Ubisoft side where it's like, yeah, we heard you. No, we heard exactly what you said. We just think you don't understand anything. And so we're going to teach you guys that it's going to work. Like, trust me. Like, there's two different ways to take it. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of companies' intentions and true colors behind these types of initiatives over the next year or so. Because, I mean, literally just today, I saw GameStop get into some initiative. I mean, niggas don't care about GameStop unless it's like a stock run or something like that. So that's different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, go ahead.
It's just like, no, I was gonna say like, that shit is not surprising whatsoever. It's like, oh, GameStop is thinking about getting into NFTs, and it's like, well, GameStop is like always on the verge of going out of business. So like,
facts.
Not
them niggas need a fast flip. They said, how the fuck we gonna do it? Pinky in the brain, bro. How we gonna take over the world today? Like they needed some scheme. They needed quickly. I feel that. We had that one. What's it called? I think it was either EA or some. I think it was EA though. They were like, oh yeah, we're not really considering anything NFT right now. They're on a complete other opposite of the end of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see a lot more of like these companies making their stance on it. Ain't no fence, and we gonna figure out where everybody lies out in the future to come through. So yeah, man. All right, man. Let's not hesitate any further, man. Let's get into the big news this week. Oh my goodness, and holy hell, they are dropping dollars news. PlayStation has officially made their move with the shocking announcement and acquisition of Bungie Studios, going for a whopping $3.6 billion. The deal officially puts Bungie under the SIE banner after an alleged 5 to 6 months of negotiations. Now, Bungie will remain as an independent publisher and developer of its own games, but is now in the control, quote unquote, or, the influence sphere of Sony. Now, just generally, how we feeling about this, man? This came a little bit out of nowhere for all of us. I was like, damn, when I saw this at work. How you feeling?
This shit sucks for me specifically, just me personally, because I spent $30 on the Bungie 30th anniversary pass on Xbox Game Pass. So I'm a little salty because of the way Bungie handles their the way Bungie handles their downloadable content, basically
Mm,
how it works, and it's a very stupid system. Hey, PlayStation, if there's something you should change about about this company, it would be this. If I bought it on Xbox, that content is locked to me playing it via Xbox. So if I bought it on my Xbox Game Pass, I have to
mm,
launch it on my Xbox Game Pass if I want to access that content. So if I was to go download it on Steam, which is where I'm assuming it's going to be after they take it off of Game Pass because they
mm,
don't, and it's not an Xbox game anymore.
mm,
Um, I'm not gonna I might have to rebuy that $30 pass or whatever. And that's an issue I have with Bungie on like a lot of fronts is that literally like you if you want to play this content that you already purchased on PlayStation, you got to purchase it on PC and like on Xbox or whatever the fuck. That's what's really frustrating about the whole thing. Um, I think them buying Bungie isn't necessarily a bad thing. Do I think Bungie is on Activision levels? No, but I also think that that's a good thing because I remember last time we talked about this, I said that PlayStation is known for like helping smaller companies like build up their stuff and then they'll acquire them. Like they'll help
mm,
build up the company and then like put into it. So I think that this is a really good spot because as a big fan of Destiny, um, it's kind of in a weird place right now where like a lot of the fans are like, hey, this is cool, but it also feels like you guys are just trying to get money out of us, and there's just way simpler ways of doing stuff. Like it's just in a weird space where like if they feel like
mm,
Bungie's a little money hungry or XYZ, like there's just a lot of complaints across the board. So
mm.
PlayStation owning them might help them foster better stuff for the players. I just would love to see what this means for Bungie on PlayStation. Will it be like an exclusive thing, or will there be
Mm,
exclusives like before? Because back in the day, Bungie used to have exclusive like the Hawk Moon, which was an exotic weapon.
yeah.
You could only get that on PlayStation for the first year of the game.
Mhm.
And I want to see are they going to go back to that model, or are they just going to keep like we're just going to keep pushing stuff out and we're just going to make money like that. Like I don't know where they're going to go with this. I'm excited because there's a lot that you could do with the Destiny IP. There's just so much of the world, so much of just lore. There's a lot. So I think this is great. The price is a little steep, but I'm not paying for it. So
Yeah,
like I think
facts.
I think
Facts.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Facts. Facts. Now, for me on my side, like I was very shocked because I was like, damn, we just talked last week about how, like Sony is very, very particular. They are very, very particular with how they develop studios, especially third party. And like just how they approach the market. I didn't think that they were going to be so quick to move. You know what I'm saying? And I'll speak to this general point later on in this conversation, but I was like, damn, I wasn't expecting them to like, move so aggressively for certain stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But now we see it pop out. It's been a couple months in negotiation and stuff, but the fact that they have it is I think it's really good for both parties. We can get into some of that, that reasoning later down the line in a second. But I'm like, damn, this is just interesting, bro. It just livens everything up. And of course, everybody's gonna look at it and it's like, oh shit, they responded fast to Microsoft. But I'm like, this is irrespective of Microsoft shit. That has nothing to do with them. But still,
Yeah.
for gaming in general, I think this might actually be a really strong move on the part of PlayStation. They're trying to make moves to set up a lot of different things in the background. And for the third time, we about to talk about them hoes in about just a minute. So stay tuned. So it's really good to see it. And from Sony's end to Bungie has a lot of support now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they have a lot more
Hmm.
support in like, what in the project they need to do, the development pipeline for Destiny, what they need to get done moving forward in the future, and what they might get involved in now that PlayStation's in the mix for them. So I think some real good things could come of this, man. I'm like, damn, bro. 3.6 billion though. Again, it's like it's not the highest acquisition because of course Activision just happened, but 3.6 billion on video game companies. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we've hit this mark. Now there are billions of dollar acquisitions. Like we had the first $1 billion break, not but what 5 months ago, or with Zynga or
Yeah.
whatever. That wasn't even 5 months ago. It was like a few months ago, or a few
Yeah.
weeks ago. I don't even
Well,
remember. Like
the first ever acquisition of a billion was like Minecraft. That was the
yeah,
first one, but
that was
that was
yeah,
in
that
like
was the entity.
2 or 3 years ago, maybe. But like,
Facts.
yeah, this is still it's still a crazy amount.
And
When
now
you
we're
think
seeing
about it,
three in the
like,
span of, like a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, like it's
Like
wild. It's wild.
the progression of all this stuff has just been crazy, crazy, and it's starting to hit like exponential. We're starting to see, okay, we about to pick you up, ping, 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 and then it's gonna be see a whole different network of how the companies are looking from now on. Man, it's crazy, it's crazy. But let's dive a little bit deeper into Bungie's position. So as we stated before, it's an independent subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment, so they'll still be multi-platform publishing, and they can self-publish still. And currently, of course, they're working on Destiny 2, the Destiny 2 expansions, and they have a new IP in the works that they've been, working on in secret, trying to get things together for us. Now, so the main help of PlayStation actually is coming in the form of resources and hiring talent for Bungie projects, getting them a lot of, funding and funneling people to get everything situated for their pipeline. And how is this manifesting for the future? Do you think it's a good deal for Bungie, especially with the things that they're dealing with now and where they would want to be? How does PlayStation help that?
So I think having a big company backing you is honestly great for everybody. Truthfully, I would hope so. So like I said before, is that the biggest issue I have with Bungie is that like everything they did felt like it was kind of a money move. Like they were just like, we'll exclude content here so that you can buy extra, so you can pay extra money to us. And it just felt like they were like down on bread. Like I just felt like bad because it's just like every time I want to like play something with Panda or whatever, I'm like, yo, I would love for you to help us do this content. That like me and my boy Justin, we needed one extra person to do a dungeon, which is like kind of like a raid, but only with 3 people. We were helping her build up her character, get to the level she needed to be, and then when we got to the part where we were gonna bring her into the dungeon, we found out she can't access that because she didn't pay the $30 to get the expansion. Or like there's in the new expansion that's coming out literally in like by
Witch
the end of the
Queen?
month. Yeah, the Witch Queen.
Mm.
There's they said that like the dungeons I believe aren't going to be included in the expansion pass. Like you're just going to get the campaign stuff and then maybe I think like a raid or whatever. But like if you want to do the new dungeons they're making, like you got to pay for that shit for separate. And I always just thought that was weird. Like I love all the content that you can do in Destiny, but there's even certain things that I've played in the game where like they were like, hey, do you want to do this content? Well, you need to have the season that passed like a month ago or whatever. And I'm like, okay, can I just buy the $10 season or whatever? It's like, no, because you missed it. You got to buy the deluxe edition upgrade to then be able to get all the other seasons that you missed. So I was like, okay, so I can't pay the $10 that I normally pay for the season because I missed it. So I got to spend $40 to get all the other shit. I just feel like I'm funneling a lot of money towards you guys, and you guys aren't giving like I'm
enough
it feels like
value
I'm
back on
paying
that.
for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
yeah.
this is free to play my ass, bro. Like what's free to play? You're making everything a separate ticket price or whatever. So I hope that having PlayStation helping them build this up will maybe streamline some stuff, or even like honestly at this point, if you would have told me Destiny's gonna charge you $10 a month so that you could play the game, I wouldn't even be upset about that because it's better. It beats the crap out of having to spend $30-$40 every time some new expansion or new stuff comes out. Like it's ridiculous. So I just hope
I
that
see that.
PlayStation pushes them to not only improve the quality of their games, but another IP would be cool because you could do so much with the Destiny IP that, like I said before, like, you could do movies, book. There's so much there that maybe we've seen what Arcane has done for League of Legends, like having a show for Arcane, have a show about Destiny, or maybe even like a little like League of Legends released like 3 different small games that were like in the universe. So I'm playing one that has to do with certain characters and their backstories, and it's like this would be a great way to expand on the lore of Destiny because everybody says Destiny doesn't have a story. Why not make a story-based game? There's just a lot you can do with this.
And yeah, that's where I think a lot of where Sony steps in. I feel like aside from, of course, the obviousness of Sony's a huge conglomerate, and now they can offer their resources and they can offer a lot of talent pipeline to get their projects on board and keep going. They can support their development processes. Bungie's needs probably some support in that area, which now they have it, which is really, really great. I believe it was stated in the blog that that's one of their main areas, just like talent acquisition, and that's where again Sony's playing a big key. But just think about again, and this is going to become a real common theme, just the DNA of PlayStation and how PlayStation's really geared in on a lot of single player narrative stuff, and they've excelled at that with several of their titles. The stuff you see right now, maybe they can transfer some of that DNA, some of that ethos into the Destiny games to again up maybe the actual the delivery of some of these content passes, some of these expansion passes, the story updates, and all that stuff going forward for Destiny. Like, of course, Destiny 2, the 10-year game, of course, quote unquote, you want to have quality story updates and stuff as it goes forward. So maybe Sony's that kind of little, that little, shot real quick to the veins. So like, hey, yo, bro, up your story, Nick. What the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So that could actually be a real good thing. Silver in the chat said some actual PvP support would be nice as well. That could possibly be a thing. Hey, listen, maybe they'll have some extra bandwidth to do that as well. So I think that this is actually really good for Bungie because, again, it gives them a lot more room to work on stuff that they're doing currently and maybe tighten up the pipeline for all the D2 content coming forward. And with new IPs and with all this other stuff that they're doing, everything up their game in terms of quality of delivery, because Sony don't play about that shit. Sony don't play. And I understand that Bungie is actually in a really good position because they've been here before. You know what I'm saying? They've been under a platform banner before, of course, Microsoft, the Halo series and whatnot, and they wanted to protect themselves. But now that they're in this long-term strategic plan of Sony to go forward, I think they're really going to get pushed to up their quality in all areas. And I feel like that level of support is also going to come with, the level of expertise. Like, hey, yo, you can tweak this here. You can move this up here. And, of course, Bungie's going to have their process. Whether they accept it or not, it's up to them. But it could be a real good catalyst for them to, push the tempo in terms of bringing that quality back up in Destiny 2. And hopefully they, they streamline processes and, like, again, make it a flat fee. If it's if you're doing like live service shit, just make it a flat fee. Yeah. Let me pay this money a month instead of doing all these extra hodgepodge, like the $10, $40 packs here and shit. It makes it easier for that people to get into. That would also be a good thing going forward. So I really think Bungie's in a good position. They got a lot they can pick up on and grow into, especially. And again, they made it through and they got this whole deal still as an independent subsidiary, so they can act on their own. You know what I'm saying? They got out of the very situation they feared, and they're still maintaining that that thing at the core. So I think it's a big win for them. I really do think it's a big win for them being acquired.
I think so too. I think it's something that they might not have admitted it, or like, I don't even want to say admitted, like they couldn't stand on their own. Yeah. I think they could have stand on their own and delivered the quality of work that they've been delivering. But I think with this acquisition, it'll like it will be less of a headache for them. Like they'll be able to have
take some weight off your shoulder, man. Take some weight off your shoulder. Yeah. Like literally, they still have to stand as a whole publisher and a developer at the same time. So their bandwidth is only so much. Now Sony can take some of this pressure off you and be like, hey, oh, cool, you can make this thing on the side now. You can work, spend a little bit more TLC, give a little bit more TLC to some of the existing stuff that you have, excuse me. And then, just work and make some better shit. So honestly, it feels like there's a very strong upside from Bungie's perspective. And that's what I think.
1,000%.
On the next side, kind of looking at more of Sony's side, we saw a lot of talk from Jim Ryan. A lot of interesting quotes have been put forth, of course, ahead of this whole announcement. And he went to go speak. He had a lot of interesting things, so I just want to run through a couple of quotes here. He stated that multi-format publishing and live service games will assist us in realizing our ambitions to take PlayStation beyond the console and increase our potential audience. And the second quote from Jim Ryan stated that this is a strategic step towards continuing to evolve the gaming experiences that we build. Bungie's expertise in delivering a world-class service approach and long-term community engagement is extremely compelling and will support the development of several future live services titles from PlayStation Studios. Equally, we will see the exceptional skills that PlayStation Studios possess offer the potential to enhance Bungie's existing and future IP portfolio. So immediately, there's a couple of things that stand out to me, but what are you thinking about all this, man? Just the expansion of Bungie properties, you know what I'm saying? Like the exchange between the two, the strategy overall, man. What you looking at this, man? How you feeling about
it? It's kind of like, I feel like this is kind of the statement that they wanted to give when PlayStation acquired, not when PlayStation, when Xbox acquired Activision. It's kind of just like we're not, don't count us out. We've got a lot in the works kind of thing. And like, I feel like with this acquisition of Bungie, I don't really know how these business meetings and stuff like that work, but I don't think this was like overnight. I don't think it was like Activision got acquired and then they called up Bungie. We're like, yo, how much you want for it?
Nah.
I think that this is kind of has been in the works for a little bit. Maybe it got expedited by the Xbox thing, or maybe like after Xbox bought like Activision, maybe they were in the talks of both things. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Bungie was talking to both sides, and then like they realized once they got acquired by Activision, like, I don't know if I want to be back under the same people who we were under before. So maybe it would be in our best interest to go under Sony's side. But I feel like this is kind of just like a little bit of like a muscle show, like Sony being like, yo, don't think that we can't do the same thing. But I also feel like them and Nintendo are just they handle this kind of stuff very differently than Microsoft does.
Yeah, I would agree, man. In terms of just what they're looking for, man. Like, I think that Sony's like 10-year plan basically to expand everything. I think it really like relied on Bungie's expertise. And again, we can get onto this before. One of their biggest points is like what I saw was like, again, just the exchange between Bungie and Sony. And I felt like that's a really big sticking point because look at it. So Bungie, of course, live service, multiplayer, juggernaut. They've been doing this for like 25 years. They know how to make a good multiplayer experience. They know how to lay it down on that front. Story, what I'm saying? They've had some good story stuff, of course, but maybe that's not where the level's been as high. On the other side, Sony's whole first party catalog is single player gold mine. They've mastered that format. They know how to they know how to turn out a hit on a single player front. They've been doing that from day. But on the multiplayer side, that's where things may not be as high. You know what I'm saying? That's where things might not be as crazy as, maybe Bungie can aspire to and actually, build. So maybe this is what that exchange is on Sony side is, we need somebody who can create something that's either multiplayer or live service or is a continual experience that can actually build and be super impactful that we can't really, fully flesh out right now. But Bungie has that capability in them. So the acquisition is really a big move to say, okay, cool. We want to take the expertise that you got on making this live service game, making Destinies, the old Halos and whatnot. And we wanted you to take that and whatever new IP we got cooking up in our heads, hey, y'all gonna help us build this. And we gonna have live service stuff to put on our exclusively on our shit moving forward. And then that's gonna be a big draw for people coming in who want continuous live updates on the content thing. You know what I'm saying? They want a game like, a whole fully expansive Bungie type experience that's, more streamlined, that has Sony level narrative elements in it. You know what I'm saying? And we can offer that on our platform, most likely competition to Game Pass. That's gonna be there for the next few years. So I'm like, this is a real big move in that sense. And also the fact of, Sony, they trying to take everything every damn where. So you're going to see Destiny on TV shows, like you said, TV shows from the books. You're going to see it on, podcasts, audio casts. You're going to see the anime versions of Bungie stuff come out now. Like, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that Sony wants to tap into from a media standpoint in general, not just games, that is going to be a smorgasbord. Sony licking their lips at all this. I know they are, just because of the fact that Bungie got so much, depth in it.
Like even me myself, I love the lore, and I even when Destiny 1 was first coming out, I remember like being in chats and being like, "Yo, what if they had like a storyline of like XYZ or like just fleshing out?" Because now video games are starting to make their way into modern media in forms of like anime, in forms of TV shows, things like that. So I could easily think of like 3 moments in Destiny off the top of my head or 3 storylines in Destiny off the top of my head that would be really cool. Like maybe like one could be a movie, one could be a series, and there's just a lot there. And because Sony has this big, they make movies, and stuff.
Yeah, they did that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be out of their wheelhouse to just be like, "Yeah, we own Destiny. You guys want to make a movie about it?" Like, yeah, we could totally do that. I think it would be.
Look at the PlayStation commercials. They so would.
Like even the Destiny cinematics are like things that you could easily see. Like I guess they're making a live action version of Destiny to compete with Halo's live action. Like they have a lot of options, a lot of manpower, and they're really Sony acquiring, like Microsoft acquiring Activision is like, yo, we're gonna get more Activision games. Sony acquiring anything is like, this could be anything at this point with how big this
and it is
as a company.
Dog, that actually is again. Thank you, Silver Ice, for the further reminder. Sony owns Crunchyroll, so who's to say they can just drop an anime series off every damn month? They just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like drop some whole new other stuff in the like literally on anything. And now, again, we have Destiny involved with such a big and expansive universe. You can do anything, anywhere, because Sony has their hands in damn near every mode of media right now. So it's like taking Bungie is a real big step towards, we can build a whole new, again, like a 20-year franchise out of anything. And then we can build it into whatever we want. So, you can have this TV thing here, Destiny 3 or whatever comes out. It's like a PlayStation exclusive on our own live service or something like that. Yeah. We'll have this or whatever. It's multi-plat on there. We get some content that's exclusive to us. Hold this right there. Or Destiny series produced by Sony.
Or you could even see like, or even again, like I said, like even if they do like, I remember I was talking to my boy because we were playing Destiny the other day, and I was like, what would be cool if they even just made like $40 like what Riot did with Ruined King, where it's like
Mm.
$40 single player experience, and it's like, yo, you're just gonna play through this storyline that happens in the Destiny universe. You get to see the war, you get to see the battle of 6 points, which is like a
Mm.
really big impactful moment in the lore, and you're like, oh, this is cool. And somebody else in my chat actually even reminded me too, is that Last of Us is on HBO. Like that's
Facts.
something
That's
that's being
coming.
created right now.
That's
And
coming.
that
And they got
so
Mando in that hoe. It's gonna be
you know what
fire.
I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry.
So they have options of where they can put this shit, because obviously they hey, Last of Us, cool. If this shit does good, you think HBO is gonna say no? We don't want more content from you guys. Like no, they could be like, yo, what if we did a live action Destiny thing? It's like, oh
Mm.
yeah, I'd love to see that.
Facts. Facts, man. It's like, yo, Sony knows what they're doing, man. Again, from all the reports and stuff that we heard, they were talking with these dudes for like 5 to 6 months, so they knew they were gonna try. They knew they had plans for them going forward. You know what I'm saying? So this is a really big play for the whole setup of the ecosystem. It's just a concept of a whole ecosystem of entertainment. And that's what Xbox has been trying to do. You already see, we'll talk about it later again with stuff that they're doing again, but you see with the Game Pass, you see with stuff they're trying to do outside of games. They're trying to build an ecosystem that's just immediately synonymous with their name and that brand value. And Sony's like, okay, we need to kind of catch up a little bit and do our work to make sure we have, an all-inclusive, you know what I'm saying, that realm where it's like, yo, you see something outside of, it could be, has nothing to do with a controller. You think PlayStation right there, Uncharted film coming out soon.
Yeah,
PlayStation right there. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to set up into every possible lane and build, contiguous, you know what I'm saying, blending experiences that show you, yo, this is the place that we want to be at. We want to have all our games on here. We want to have our media entertainment. We want to be a part of this because they have so much down the catalog that's been consistent and that's been so quality over the years. That's what they're trying to build up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's just the ecosystem, the concept of the ecosystem and the race to the perfect ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy to see, but it's not. It's just beginning. It's really, really just beginning. But yeah, I wanted to also speak to a couple of other interesting quotes from Jim Ryan because damn it, he wasn't even finished. He said, "You thought I was
Yeah.
done? Nah, I got more, nigga. Hold on, I'm spinning the block." He also said that we should expect more when it comes to further PlayStation acquisitions, and this is corroborated, you know what I'm saying, and supported by another statement that said an earnings call. A report from Q3, of course, from PlayStation I'm about to say this past week actually, stated that they plan to release at least 10, count them, 10 live service games by March 2026. So, damn, first and foremost. And what are we thinking, man? What's their play here? They want more.
That's
They want more companies. They want more live service games. What's going on?
that's a that's a lot of live service games. And that's a lot of live, because when they say live service, I'm assuming that the first one they drop is gonna still be around when the 10th one drops.
Mhm.
That's 10 live service games out. And I don't know about you, I am playing right now, maybe two at a
Mhm.
time. I can't do more than two at a time. So I'm
Yeah.
playing like League right now, and I'm playing Apex.
Mhm.
Kind of, not really though. Like because one has taken over a lot of my time. So 10
Yeah.
live service games. I don't know if we need 10 live service games,
Mhm.
but hey, if a live service game turns into a single player game or a multiplayer game, or even if it's just live service for 1 year, like that's fine. Like I'll be fine with that. I hope that's what they mean. I hope they don't mean like by 2026 you're gonna have 10 free to play games that you want to play, because I'm not playing all 10 of them. That's 10 battle passes. That's $100 like every 3 months for a battle pass or whatever the games are. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
That's
a lot of games.
that's insane. But when I think about like just the genre, they're trying to spread
Mhm.
the wealth. They trying to just be like 10
Yeah,
across everything. Nigga. We gonna be everywhere, bruh. We gonna be having stuff to sustain this, man. So on the part of 10 live service games, I fully expect them to do that, honestly. And then they're just kind of be like, yo, how fast can we get Bungie involved in this pipeline to create their next, big service game for us?
yeah.
So they're just trying to accelerate stuff to build up, just again bolster their arsenal, man. They're trying to bolster the arsenal because it's gonna be a dogfight of releases and games and titles and shit. It's
Ugh.
war. Everybody loading up, man. Everybody's loading up their clips. It's about to be ridiculous, son. And
Mhm.
just to the point of, damn, like we should expect more. Who they gonna get next? Who's next? Goldberg voice, bro. Who is next, man? Sony's
Uh,
like, where? Sony, I said, I'm not finished. They're really trying to go in and get some companies underway, bro. So who do you think is next?
um, maybe Atlas, the people who made Persona. Maybe.
Mmm. Mm.
just because I feel like they have such
Good
a
pick.
close relationship with them.
It's a good pick.
That's like the one game that I could think of, like, because I love Persona 5, but it's, to me, it's crazy that I haven't seen Persona 5 on the Switch yet. But I've seen Persona 5 Strikers on the Switch, so it's like
Mm.
they're not afraid of putting things on. We just got Persona 4 on on PC on Steam, so like I'm not surprised about that.
Mm.
The bigger companies, like I see like Justin in my chat is saying like Capcom, but like I
Mm.
also just like, because he's saying that if they want live service, Capcom would be a good pick, which is true because they do
That's very
make
true.
their Monster Hunter does have live service. Every single game I feel like goes on for like 2 to 3 years. I want to say with content,
Mm.
but I don't see like any of the huge companies. If they could get a big company, I want to say I don't think it would be Capcom, at least right away, but I
Mm.
could see them doing Sega, maybe. I could see Sega being a thing.
Sega's a
But then I
good
also
pick.
see Sega going to Microsoft because of
Facts.
the relationship they have on Game Pass. Because
That's
there's like,
facts.
we got all the Yakuza on Game Pass, except for like the
Mm.
newer ones, they dropped off. But we also see like Warhammer 3, which is a new
Facts.
Sega game
And that's
coming
coming. Mm.
that's coming out in February. Damn, oh wow, that's a game on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Cool, cool,
Mm.
cool. I'm excited for that. But like, I could see them acquiring
Look at
that.
this
But then I also
shill.
see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I also see Lost Judgment, which is a PlayStation
Facts.
exclusive. So like, I don't know. They kind of playing both sides of the field. I don't know if there's gonna be any major companies. There's companies who I can see not selling out for sure.
Mm.
Um, like I don't think Konami is ever gonna sell out. I just don't. I don't think they will ever sell out unless it's like you would have to pay Konami. Well, they have to pay them more than they paid for Activision to get Konami's licenses and stuff.
Possibly. Possibly. I feel like that was the toughest sell. But then again, given the history that Konami has with PlayStation, just again, Metal Gear Series, Silent Hill, a lot of things like that. I feel like that would be again a good reasonable pick because of the IPs that they have under their umbrella. And like, yo, let's
Hmm.
take your shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not doing nothing with them. Not nothing
Yeah.
productive anyways. We're taking y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just working on NFTs. Get the hell out of here. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Grab those and send them off to different teams or whatever. Or grab internal teams with leaders and just switch it all on and off and make something happen. Like I can see that happen. You know what I'm saying? I can actually see that be a thing moving forward, but it's tough. That Castlevania as well. Castlevania is also there as well, and it's been a minute.
So here's why I don't think Konami would
Mm.
ever sell, and it's because they know how much they're worth, and they know how diehard their fans are, or
Facts.
the people, their customers are.
Hmm.
I should say. Um,
I would agree.
and it's just things like that because, for example, we've had Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game has been a card game for years. I
Yeah.
grew up with it. I am 25 years old. It is
Hmm.
at least 25 years old.
Facts.
Um, and we just got a live online Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game that people can play. And the reason
Niggas
I
been
think
going
we
crazy.
just got that, I'm putting my little tinfoil hat on. The reason I think we just got Master Duel is because their regular cards were taking a hit because nobody's doing anything in person anymore. The
COVID.
pandemic has
Hmm.
ruined a bunch of like in-person events, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments were where a lot of people would go and use the cards and buy the cards and do stuff like that. So for me, I think that they made that move of pushing out Master Duel, or like started working on Master Duel by like making duel links and stuff, is because they knew
Hmm.
that at some point people weren't going to do this like in person stuff anymore. Like
Facts.
if you're telling me, and like you've seen how crazy how
They've been go,
that took over the timeline.
bro.
Everybody's playing it.
My
Everybody's
brother been
playing it.
playing it nonstop, like day and day. I walk across the room, I see him like straight on the deck, just going crazy. Facts.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like for me, I'm not a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but I know how consuming and how expensive these card games can be. So with that being said, I don't think Konami's gonna sell because they're making a bunch of money off of Yu-Gi-Oh. They're still pushing out the NFT thing. I don't know how much money they're gonna make off of that, but it's gonna be super inexpensive for them to start up anyways. And like franchise, like merchandising, maybe they'll sell IPs, but getting acquired is not gonna be their thing. A partnership, perhaps,
Mm.
but getting acquired, I don't think they're gonna get acquired because they make a lot of money off of other things in general. So to them, this video game stuff is probably child's play. They're probably just like, it's just
Mm.
another avenue to make money because they have in Japan they have a bunch of gyms. In Japan they have a bunch
Yeah.
of pachinko machines. They're making
Facts.
money
Still.
elsewhere. Like they don't really care about the video game scene, and they know that if at any point in time they wanted to talk to Sony and be like, hey, you guys want a a Castlevania game or whatever, like you give me X amount, and like if they wanted to be like, yo, we need more Castlevania merch or whatever, like, hey, Sony, we're gonna give you a deal on the license if you guys make the game. Think Sony's not gonna make the game? I would make the game because it's going to sell, and especially if it's an exclusive, I don't see them selling out at all. I see that if anything, them being like, hey, uh, making deals or partnerships.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, give me your point. I can see that. I can see that. It's it's a lot, bruh. But I know from the simple fact of the statements that we've seen here, it's open season for some companies that are open right now. And
For sure.
PlayStation's hunting. PlayStation's hunting, and I almost would bet that you know what I'm saying, Xbox is hunting as well. But I just want to speak real quick on the general, you know what I'm saying, like just general, I guess, the aspect of, you know, what's going on lately. Of course, we've seen giant ass acquisitions between both parties. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Take Two have a giant ass interaction, and I feel like this now at this point, it shouldn't be a surprise for all of us. Like now that we had this giant shock of, okay, this is a crazy announcement. Like, damn, they took a whole company. As we're in this state, I think we have to understand that as a fundamental, I guess, like portion of business in this time, mergers and acquisitions are going to be really, really, really strong and favorable because of the environment. Like looking at a lot of different, you know, determining factors on like, you know, value on, you know, certain things that, you know, assets that a company might have that you don't have right now, capabilities, future return on investment. A lot of these companies, both in gaming and out of gaming, are constantly looking at merger and acquisition activity. Yo, who can we buy to sustain our business going forward? Like, who can we buy to make this growth go up right here? How do we expand our supply chain? You know what I'm saying? Without spending millions and millions of dollars trying to figure it out for ourselves. Oh, let's just buy this company that already knows how to do that. Just incorporate them in our system. That's been such a commonplace thing, of course, over the years. And I think it's only getting bigger because of the pandemic, because we don't have the bandwidth, you know, because companies don't have the bandwidth to do it themselves and greenfield whole projects by themselves, or don't have the, I guess, the incentive to because they don't see their return on investment. So
Yeah.
you're gonna see things like that, especially in the gaming industry. I feel like for these bigger heads, you're gonna see, yo, how can we make the easiest step forward that, you know, sustains our growth, reduces, you know, cost over a certain period of time, and minimize the actual risk of us making a terrible fucking move by acquiring a company or making any decision. And I think that's where you see a lot of different merger and acquisition activity happen. That's where, you know, okay, listen, we want to sustain all this growth and catch up to Sony. So we got to make a big move and get IPs and networks and infrastructure that's allowing us to, you know, again, reach out to a lot more people. Activision, boom, let's buy them. Microsoft's Play. It's like, okay, cool. We need a way to increase our live service activity as PlayStation. We need a way to expand upon our live service and multiplayer abilities because we love story. We're good at story. We're damn good at story. But when it comes to multiplayer offerings on a grand scale, we fall a little bit short in that category. Here comes a Bungie. Here comes a deal with Bungie. Let's talk, have a conversation. I want you to be here so you can help me out in this area that I'm lacking, rather than me having to, you know, reinvent the wheel and try and do it greenfield, which we could. We have the money, but it's easier for them to include that. And not even to mention the whole entire media strategy of them. Oh, hey, let's pull them into TV. Let's pull them into movies. Let's pull them into our actual, you know, like production studios. Let's make a whole bunch of new series out of y'all, which can create a whole nother lines of revenue that add back to the business. So in general, looking at, again, Sony's growth strategy of acquiring Bungie and acquiring these companies moving forward, it's not commonplace. It's not going to be a surprise anymore for me, and it shouldn't be for anybody else because that's how these companies are going to move, especially the bigger ones. You're going to see a lot of movement from M&A activity just because
Mhm.
in a lot of instances, in a lot of cases, it's going to be a lot cheaper. It's going to be a lot more beneficial in the long run, and it's going to create a lot more revenue rather than greenfielding a whole bunch of new things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's create a new studio or whatever. Let's go get a known name, and that creates a whole lot of buzz. Again, especially look at the stock price. I'm betting their stock price probably jack back up as soon as oh yeah, we got Bungie now. Oh shit, they got Bungie. Boom! It probably just shot right back up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That business, I guess, that business plan, that business approach is something that we should all be very, very, you know, eyes wide open for and aware of going forward. That's all I had to say on that. It's just, you know, we're gonna be seeing a lot more shit get acquired. We will. Oh, we
Yeah.
will. Facts, bro. Damn, I went to my business bag, bro. Somebody need to pay me.
No,
Put
no,
me on
I
Shark
love
Tank,
it. I
nigga.
love it.
Somebody put me on Shark Tank, man. The fuck? What's going on?
No, I love it. I love it. It's real shit though. It's real shit.
I want to be on Shark Tank with no money, nigga. That's crazy, bro. Listen, let me borrow a shoot, Mark Cuban. Let me borrow a suit. Anyways, uh let's move forward. Still on PlayStation, but a little different side blurb. This week it has been announced that PlayStation X Discord have finally had a collaboration and is now active. So starting today, you'll be able to link your Discord and PlayStation Network accounts. Now, you already played PS4/PS5 games will show up as activity in the Discord bar, as it usually does for games that play on Steam and different game stores. And Discord actually came out with a quote and said, "We're excited to continue our partnership with PlayStation and explore how we can collectively create great shared experiences for your friends and community." So thoughts on this, Wen? How we feeling about this, bro?
So it's like it was kind of like a big blue ball moment for I feel like a lot of people because they saw like
Yes.
PlayStation X. I could sign into PlayStation and Discord. Oh snap! And then they go on. It's like oh I can just see what my friends are playing on PlayStation. Um, I think this is a great step forward, or like at least the hey, remember when we made that partnership? Like this is more like we're working on it. Like hey, but I'm sure a lot of people were very upset that we're like damn, we
Bro.
can finally chat. And they're like, no, 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 no. You can see what they're playing, and they can be more a part of your Discord community in that sense. Like there's more integration, but you still cannot speak with them in the Discord chat, which I think is kind of like
That shit
I feel
ass.
like
That shit
it,
ass, bro. It's still
yeah,
ass.
yeah.
Call a spade, bro. It's still ass, man. How we been here this long and you have a whole like blur of a conversation? You had a whole like you popped up. You know what I'm saying? You ran up, ran all the way home, like had the golden ticket in Charlie and Chocolate Factory. He's like, "Yo, bro, we got crazy news, y'all." You can see what they're playing in Discord now. Like, nigga, we can't talk to them, no, bro. Don't call me unless we can talk to PlayStation people, all right? Do not call my phone. Do not announce nothing on Twitter. Don't give me no messenger pigeon. Don't do anything until you officially lock down the schematic or whatever to actually let people connect in Discord. If you're not fully integrating it, find a way to meet in the middle. I don't know. Until you find that solution, don't call me PlayStation. Don't call me Discord. Don't do that. Don't, because it's just a waste of time. Everything else you announce is a waste of time until you figure out how to actually make people talk between these two platforms. That's all I gotta say about that shit. Like, damn, man. That
I think
ruined
that's
my
all there
whole
really
day
is to
about that,
say.
bro. I was hyped when I saw that. I was like, yo, Discord, PlayStation, wait, y'all got it? Blue balls,
I
please.
I literally was like I was getting ready to sign like to connect my stuff. I don't even play on PlayStation, but I was ready to connect my stuff because I was like maybe if I connect my PlayStation friends will now link up. Like they'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
these are the people who are also connected to the Discord. You can friend them or whatever." Um but that's not the case. So like literally when I read that, I was like, "Oh, I don't need to do this yet." That and like I just like put it on the background. Like whenever it goes in, then I'll be able to incorporate people who watch my streams or whatever who wants to be a part of my community. Like, "Hey, you guys want to talk shit because I'm always in my Discord playing League or whatever. If y'all want to just
Yeah.
come in there and talk shit, slide on through. But until then, until we actually get the voice chat, I guess we'll just wait.
Yeah. I gotta keep using my damn chat link, nigga, man. It's fucking all right.
Yeah,
I guess. I
chat
guess
link.
so.
Gotta be talking in game chat.
Facts. I gotta put
And
my
it's
dang my PS5 up to here so y'all can hear the voices and stuff, bro. Like, yo,
yeah.
this is just pain, bro. Just work on the damn update. Don't call us until you finish it, man. Damn.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm moving on for this, man. Gosh, ridiculousness. Anyways, man, let's get into the trailer trove. So for y'all that don't know, this is the segment where we break down all this movie, entertainment, TV series, anything that's going on. And on that side of things, we break it down. We saw three notable stories this week. First and foremost, we saw Dakota Johnson, who was actually the female lead from the 50 Shades of Grey series. She's actually being cast as Madam Web in a spin-off movie titled, of course, after the main character herself. What are we thinking about this, bro? I'm kind of in between two minds, bro. I don't know what exactly to think. Well, go ahead, bro. What are you feeling about Madam Web, a movie?
I know they don't. Do they don't own Spider-Man, so like it's not going to Disney Plus. Like if it was a Disney Plus movie, we'd be like, oh, that's
Sony.
cool.
Sony.
Yeah. So
Mm.
again, like this should just be like in a category of itself as like of who asked for this, and this should go with the Silk Sonic Fortnite collab. It should be like
Yo.
who is watching who's watching the 2 or 3 episodes of the Spider-Man TV show where they show Madam Web because she's never in it for that long,
Facts.
but you see this character and you're like, oh, she's such a cool character. They're like, yo, I need an hour and a half of just her. Like that's not what like she is Madam Web for a reason. We're here for the Spider-Man or the Spider Women, like the Spider people. I didn't really ask for this unless they got a crazy banger of a script. I kind of really
Facts.
am like not in the biggest mood for one-off superhero stuff, like solo spin-off stuff, just because I feel like we have so many superhero movies and so much superhero content to consume that like having a Madam Web's like one movie is like, okay, this is cool, but this could have been like a limited series or something smaller in the sense
Mm-hmm.
instead of it being like, hey, let's do an entire hour and a half of this character that you thought was cool in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions or whatever. Like like all
Yeah,
right,
I, I f-
sure.
I feel this, bro. I understand. I kind of agree. Listen, man, I'm in between two minds. One, I'm like, oh shit, Madam Web, that might actually be pretty dope because, of course, tied to Spider-Man, ties to the whole Spider-Verse, Web of Destiny, Web of Fate, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool lore, but looking at it like logistically, I'm like, okay, it's Sony. It's gonna be just her, not really anybody else. How many shits do we have to spin off now? This is the question. This is the problem. This is starting to become a problem. If you don't have anything solid, why are you spinning it off in the first place? Like this is the thing. When the Hulk was not working by himself, put him with Thor. Became a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Hulk. But I'm like, yo, okay, cool. I understand you trying to combine stories and you didn't think he's probably enough for him to be by himself. So you threw him with somebody. Understood. Cool. If you're gonna put a Madam Web there, who are you gonna put him with in the first place? But even if you do, you probably should put her with a Spider-Man or something to connect to Madam Web. Why are you putting him by herself? You know what I'm saying? I don't think her origin story is, you know what I'm saying, like a whole feature film where it's like you gotta be down for that. You know what I'm saying? Watch a whole 2.5 hours plus credits, you know what I'm saying? Get in. I personally don't think that's gonna be like the craziest story ever. You know what I'm saying? The craziest movie experience ever. I think again, limited series would be fantastic. Would connect to some of the other properties that Sony has. Connect to a Morbius. You know what I'm saying, or maybe connect to something else that they have in their locker, or just throw it into a Spider-Man movie that Sony has control over. Throw it into a Venom. I don't know. Even though Venom
Yeah.
has nothing to do with this technically, you know what I'm saying? Like, figure out a way to make it fit in because this is just extraness at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Morbius, I understand. I understand there's a reason for that movie. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. Kind of
I was gonna say
understand. All right.
that falls to
Kind
me,
of.
that falls under the same thing, but
Kind
Morbius has
of.
more
Exactly. But Morbius has like actual action to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No, I feel
he's
you.
an
I understand.
established
I think
character that gets busy. You know what I'm saying? Who Madam
yeah.
Web fighting? She fighting strings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, yeah.
she fiddling with this all day. She just fiddling with strings and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? Not
Well, I
not
know
like
I get
not
you.
like clout wise. Not clout wise. I'm just talking about action wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
No,
did
I
she
feel
get
you.
into? Maybe I have to look more into Madam Web's backstory. That might be my fault.
Maybe,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? They should listen. Listen, I'm just a messenger. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot me. All right. If I don't know about
We'll
enough,
come back.
I'll go back and research it. Please, if somebody's there watching this or listening to this, prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Prove me wrong if she had a crazy ass origin story and I was just stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Please
sure.
enlighten me. I'm always in the mood to learn. Please. So let that be known. But again, just from what I'm seeing, I'm like, yo, we don't necessarily need it. Second part though, what can you connect with this film? Now, if you can connect a bunch of different shit with this film, I will provide some type of exception. Okay. Now, listen, of course, we had the rumors from before. Andrew Spidey, you know what I'm saying? He might be open to coming back. You know what I'm saying? There's all these little tidbits of Spider-Man that's being in the Sony verse and whatever. And like, he might still be around there. Might have went dark, might have went missing or whatever. If there's some path to bring him back through Madam Web, would I be mad at it? No. But I'm figuring out where's the substantiating value. Where's the substantial value in this, you know what I'm saying, movie? I'm sounding like them red pill ass niggas, but you know what I'm saying? Where is the actual like payoff behind watching a Madam Web solo film? That's what I'm looking for here, and I'm not seeing it immediately. Maybe I have to prove wrong, but hopefully there's some type of resolution that I'm not seeing. That's all I gotta say. Good shit.
No, you're absolutely right. Because I mean, the only experience I've had with Madam Web has been in the one Spider-Man game and in the TV shows, and in both of those forms of media, she was introduced, and all of her importance was explained in like a 30, not even in part of a 30-minute episode or in part of like an intro scene. It's just like, who are you? I'm Madam Web. I know about all the Spider-Mans or whatever it is.
The facts.
And then it's like, cool. That's all I really needed to know. So
Yeah.
an hour and a half of more of that, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to be
Facts.
proven wrong. We'll see if I am.
Again, the only way this can escape being dubbed as like, yo, unnecessary as hell is if this connects to like the Spider-Verse films with Miles Morales in there, You know what I'm saying? Like, also, you know what I'm saying? Aside from just Spider-Verse, you could have just gave Miles Morales some shit. You could have gave Miguel O'Hara some shit. You could have gave a lot of people some stories and shit by now. But whatever, do what y'all do, Sony. As long if this does actually implement and include some elements from other Spider-Men, like we do see other universe Spider-Men maybe either making an appearance or some heavy allusion or heavy, you know what I'm saying, alluding to them, I can provide an exception. Otherwise, keep it. Keep it.
Yeah.
Anywho, I found this was bad funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is just funny to see it, but it might turn out crazy. So the man who really said fuck the Oscars at the Game Awards, he might really be on his way to getting one, man. So we've seen this week that Hazelight Studios, the team behind It Takes Two and A Way Out, they are now working with DJ2 Entertainment, who have, of course, produced the Sonic films, the Tomb Raider Netflix anime, and the upcoming Disco Elysium and Sleeping Dogs projects to produce a feature-length film for It Takes Two. How do we feel about this, man? How do you feel about
it? It Takes Two is the perfect game to make into a film. It actually there's a like the problem I have with a lot of movies made like games made into films is there's two the main question is who is the game for? Who's the movie for? So like with the Doom movie is like, are you making this movie for fans of Doom? Well, they know the story because they played the games. Are you making this movie for people who are interested in Doom but didn't play the games? Well, you're gonna piss off all the people who want to watch a Doom movie because it won't be about the game. It'll be something else. So you have to like figure out a middle ground, and that's why I don't think a lot of movies need game adaptations because a lot of games you really can't condense into 2 hours. It Takes Two, however, is I think a really good game that it's a short game that you can adapt in many different ways because a lot of the worlds it's gameplay heavy, but it also has enough story to make it into a movie. So like you can just take out all the little like platforming, all the battles, all the cool little puzzles, and just keep the condensed forms of like we were here, 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 here. We did all of this stuff. We love each other at the end. Bada bing, bada boom. And you also have an audience of people who want to play the game but don't because It Takes Two. You need another person to play the game with, and that's what makes it very interesting. Well, that's why I think this game is probably perfect for a movie adaptation because there's a lot of people who wanted to play the game but didn't have somebody to play it with or didn't have like or just like they didn't want to get into it because they're like, I don't have a second person. I'm gonna try to do a randoms. So I think that this game could be a really good movie, and I think that the story is so good and it's so relatable that it could really people who don't even like video games could watch it and be like, this is cute. Like this is just like it is a good overall. That game is amazing, and I think it's funny. I don't think he's gonna win an Oscar just because he literally said fuck the Oscars, and I don't think that. Like I literally, the people who run that shit will not let that happen. It will not slide. No matter if everybody in the world wanted it, they actually because he said the one thing, it will literally not slide.
They probably wouldn't, but it would be great to see. Don't let my dream die. Don't let the flame die out. All right. Don't kill my dreams here. All right. At least let me be bewildered by the moment just for a second. Okay. Like damn, man.
That would be great. I would love to see him at the Oscars because it would be funny if he won an Oscar and he was like, "Go fuck the Game Awards." That would be hilarious.
At minimum, if he was nominated, that'd be enough for me to be honest. Like if he was nominated, I'd be like, "Yo, that's amazing." He's literally there at the Oscars because he said "fuck the Oscars." You know what I'm saying? Like art. But I completely agree with you. Again, from what I saw, It Takes Two. It seems like if there was any game that was like, "Yo, this could really do well as a movie or a TV or show or wherever," this is it. Like. It just feels completely geared towards story. You know what I'm saying? Like the story is super fleshed out. It's fun. A lot of funny moments, stuff like that. Really, really, you know what I'm saying? Like could be a good family film that deals a lot of stuff with a cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, allusions to other, you know what I'm saying, jokes, like a Shrek level type thing. Where it's like, yo, you have these allusions to like, you know what I'm saying, like high level jokes or adult jokes or whatever the hell, and still have your whole whimsical story. At the end of the day, we'll touch on some very serious themes. It can be a really dope film. And again, looking at the people who are picking this up, DJ2, they made the Sonic films. So they're very receptive to feedback from game studios and what we're seeing. So if there was anybody to put this movie in the hands of right now, I would completely be comfortable with DJ2 who's picking this up. So it seems like it's in a good spot to get pushed up, you know, and really be good when it actually comes out on the screen, man. Like I'm liking it. I'm liking the look of it, man. So that and the sole fact I want him to win an Oscar and literally say, "Hey man, I'm sorry I said fuck y'all, but fuck y'all." You know what I'm saying?
That would be so funny.
Just for my heart and dreams for that moment, I want this to really, really like go crazy. Regardless, I do want to go crazy, but just for that, I'm saying I hope it
Yeah,
really comes out great. Yeah, man. It Takes Two. That's probably one of the better ideas I've seen to actually be adapted. Honestly.
for sure.
Word. And last but not least, on the trailer trove, we got the official, excuse me. Oh, I can't do the whole thing, but we got the whole official first trailer for Halo, the Halo TV series on Paramount Plus, and it was looking pretty interesting, man. There was a couple of different tweaks of the story, some decent set pieces. Stuff was looking pretty good, man, and some of the character models were looking pretty solid, man. You saw a Chief as a full body, you know what I'm saying, full body like an actual human. It was weird looking at him to scale, but still pretty interesting. Some of the models were like really crazy. Like it was dope. It was dope to see, man. But I just want to touch on your general thoughts on the trailer first. How did everything look? How did you feel about all this stuff? What was going on with it?
So like, I mean, it looked good. It's an interesting. I am excited, but I'm also like, it's the main reason, and I'm very finicky about watching just anything. Like
Mm.
it's like a Paramount Plus. Like, damn, I gotta go make an account. I gotta go find it.
Yeah, I
Da, da, da,
mean,
da.
allegedly you don't have to.
No, I know,
Allegedly,
I know, allegedly.
allegedly, you know what I'm saying?
But it's like I'm excited to see what they do with it. Again, I really want video games to make their way into regular media because like I think that a lot of people will like write off video games as being all it's just a game. It doesn't really matter when it's like there's some of the best storylines I've ever seen in my life have been in video games, and I think
Facts.
that they could get so much more. They would get more respect. Just being like, hey, this is hey, I know you don't. I know you're like 50 and you hate watching and you hate playing video games, but I have a TV show for you to watch instead. And this way you can connect with people on a different level because you have like I have this thing to
Mm.
show you. Like this is gonna be I think you would really enjoy this. And like people who aren't into video games will be like, you know what, this Halo stuff is kind of cool. I'm really messing with the lore, and then they can get involved via lore, via books, that kind of stuff.
Word. I agree. I agree. For me, I'm like, yo, I don't mind it for the purpose of TV. They're of course are tweaking some things from the original game to make it look like, you know what I'm saying? Like from the trailer, it's like, okay, he's just like a regular old Spartan. He follows all these orders and stuff. And when he touches this one orb, like a la Mass Effect, like it's like a dead ass Mass Effect pull. He did defeat
Hmm.
some alien from an excavation site. He touches some random
Yeah,
ass relic. And he, you know what I'm saying? He gained some type of like different consciousness or he saw a vision or whatever the fuck. I thought that was
yeah,
funny, but basically that whole I guess change up to where he's kind of rebelling against the system. He's like helping people and becoming, you know, starting to become that legend, the hero and stuff. I think it's an interesting take for the sake of TV, for the sake of like, you know, that development of a dramatic story and how people start to cling to him as a character. I think that's again smart, reasonable. I think it would be nice to see. Interested. My favorite thing was just the look of the elites because they look
yeah,
fucking good. They look good. The character models for the elites look mwah. I personally
yeah,
that was like my favorite text. I was honestly scared how some of the aliens were gonna look, like some of the Covenant.
yeah.
That looks good. That some of them look good, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. I like that. So I think the effects might actually be really, really solid. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for this one, man. Definitely, definitely, definitely. But that's not the only, you know, major part of this news story that we got because we also received some negative pushback, of course, from the various neckbeards of the internet who aren't really liking the whole look of Cortana, even though she is voiced and actually personally acted by the original voice actor from the games, Jen Taylor. So I mean, what the hell are we talking about here?
Remember what I just said? Like it's literally about It Takes Two.
Mhm.
Like I think this is the perfect game because it has a good like it's just a game that you can easily port over, and because
Yeah.
certain video games people who are a fan of the game are going to be upset because the thing doesn't look exactly like the game.
Hmm.
Halo's a perfect example of like, hey, we're gonna change some stuff up so we can adapt it to the TV show, or so we can make it more interesting. Because I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm somebody who loves Metal Gear Solid. If they made a
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid TV show and it was word for word, bar for bar, what Metal Gear Solid 3 was,
bro.
I'm
I
gonna be
don't.
bored because I know everything.
Yeah.
I've played the game a shit ton of times. So for a Halo fan to be like, whoa, Cortana doesn't look like Cortana in the game, bro, go play the game. It's
Dog.
there, it's
And
out.
you don't even have to play the game. They can close your eyes. That's the same voice actor. It's literally the same voice actor playing the same role. Like, just peekaboo. Just do that and you're fine. Shut the hell up. You
Just
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. People, you already know what it is, man. You know what the real reason is. Niggas is horny because Cortana does not look like she has big titties and she's super blue. That's literally the only problem that these random ass neckbeards have with this. And I'm like, bro, touch grass. Just touch it. Just
yeah.
it's there. There,
You're
just
trying
do
to
that
fuck
one
a
time.
hologram, bro. You need it.
Dog,
You need to relax. You
dog.
need to relax. It's not that deep.
Literally. You've been trying to eat, you know what I'm saying, solid state drives for like 3 days now. Relax, nigga. You're good. You're good.
Relax.
Calm down. And I think that's the main problem with it. I'm just like, yo, people just really like they don't understand the stupidity that they're going to. I'm like, bro, she's literally the same voice actor from the whole entire original series, and she's playing herself basically. You know what I'm saying? Like a character
Yeah.
that she's studied for 20 plus years. Come on, bruh. You gotta leave
Yeah.
it alone. She's a little less blue than she was in the games. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. At the core of it, she knows it's gonna be the same character because it is Cortana. You know what I'm saying? It literally is. So for
Yeah.
me, I'm just like, yo, y'all bugging for no reason. Please go touch grass and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Acquire some bitches. You know what I'm saying? Get that in the back of your head. Put that in a chip right there. Just some bitches right there. That'd be nice. Oh man, but overall, man, Halo was looking pretty interesting. I think I'll give it a watch. Definitely, of course, as a
I'll
Halo fan, I'll
definitely
give it a
watch the
watch.
first episode. I definitely will watch the first episode, and if it's good from there, I'll definitely keep watching. But I give everybody the first episode treatment, and Halo will be no different.
Facts, man. Facts. So hold on. All
Oh
right, man.
god,
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one, man. I don't even want to do this. I don't even want to do this one. Oh no. It hurts me a little bit.
Every time I see this name pop up, I get angry.
It hurts me a little bit, man. But damn it, it has to be done. In It's a Damn Shame news, Battlefield 2042. It's been really going through a lot. It's been having a rough entirety of its existence, honestly, since launch. It's been having a real bad time, and it hasn't really gotten any better over the past couple of weeks. So with a couple of news updates, let's talk about it. EA CEO Andrew Wilson stated that 2042 did not meet expectations for Q3 and has less than 5% of their total net bookings, which is, of course, is the amount of products and services sold digitally projected for 2023. You know, it was funny because there was a tweet that had a slide during the earnings call for EA. It showed like all the earnings percentages and numbers that all those franchises put up. Battlefield wasn't even on that slide. Battlefield did not even show up on that slide. That is telling, and that is damning. I'm like, wow. It's insane, man. But it's not even the worst of it. It's not even the worst of it. So of course we know that, you know, their season 1 was actually supposed to start, I think, sometime last week or this week, sometime in early, you know what I'm saying, the first 2 months of the year this year, to kick off their season 1 of all the new maps and modes and such to keep the game fresh. They've officially announced that has been delayed to summer. All these updates and changes that they had, they're being pushed back. Of course, we've had a series of updates on their roadmap that they wanted to release. Of course, it includes voice communication, a tighter squad loop with better ping system, feedback-based gunplay improvements, improved rewards, expanded tools, modes, and tweaks to play experiences in Battlefield Portal mode, and a whole list of other things that they wanted to tweak. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad. What are we thinking about this Battlefield?
I'm thinking I'm a fool for not getting a refund on for not buying it on Steam. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know how to get it. Like I bought it day one. I bought the deluxe edition, and I will always say this at the beginning of all of these stories because I want everybody to understand the pain that I go through every time Battlefield comes up on my news feed because it's never something good. It's never something like Battlefield is doing amazing right now. We fixed all the problems. It's always like, oh, they're delaying the roadmap for the stuff till summer 2022. This game came out in November. So you're telling me that I'm not going to see it until May? That is like 8 months. That is ridiculous. Like, what is even the purpose of me playing this game anymore? It is, just give me my money. Like, the fact that improved voice comms is on the roadmap.
Any voice chat
Like,
is not even there.
I didn't even put it on. I didn't put it on the thing because I thought it was stupid. But scoreboard was also on the roadmap.
Scoreboard.
Like that's on the roadmap. If the scoreboard is on the roadmap of new content coming out, it's quiet for the game. Like that shit is OD. This is ridiculous. This is a horrible game
unacceptable.
release.
Unacceptable.
This is honestly the multiplayer Cyberpunk release. This is what it feels like. It's like all the people who paid all this money for this game that doesn't work and is just like not good. This is exactly what it is. This is multiplayer Cyberpunk in a release, and it sucks because it's a franchise that's not new. it's not made by a new company either. This is a company that's been doing multiplayer games for years now, and this is just how sure, bro. I guess.
Bruh. You know the funny thing, this is like one of the, again, a terrible release. Terrible. Just like stuff, features missing, bugs, crashes, glitches, player counts declining week on week. And Battlefield 4 is still worse. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it still feels worse to me. I'm like, bro, but the fact that like, y'all did this like twice now. I feel like it might have been more than once, because I ain't played Battlefield 5. I skipped over that one completely. Battlefield 1, I can't exactly remember, but of note, it feels in the ballpark of Battlefield 4, because like, yo, bro, like, yo, y'all still not getting everything together.
It's worse than Battlefield 4 and it's worse than Battlefield 5 because both of those games, Battlefield 4 didn't work at the beginning, but then it still had a pretty good life cycle afterwards. Battlefield 5 worked in the beginning, it just didn't have that good. It just wasn't as entertaining as the other games. This game neither worked in the beginning nor is entertaining in the end. If that's their roadmap for this, if that's their roadmap and that's the map that got delayed to the summer, like if scoreboards are getting delayed till the summer, like that's just think about that shit. Just sit here and think about we have to delay the road, we have to delay the content. And it's like, well, what can I look forward after the delay? You can look forward to better voice comms and a scoreboard. Bro, give me my money back and stop wasting all of our time.
Listen, we be talking shit about Call of Duty year on year on year. But I will say this. Call of Duty be polished to a very certain extent. Now, the gameplay might be not everybody's favorite. You know what I'm saying? It might not be as interesting as what people might want. But year on year on year, they have a player experience that actually is consistent to some degree. You can get on day one and actually play that game. Voice chat's there, scoreboard's there, systems are there, friend system, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe a patch or two there. Battlefield, we had such high hopes, man. I know I had such high hopes looking at this game. I'm like, yo,
bro, I was
gonna be
preaching the fucking praises.
Facts. And I wanted it to really be there, especially from a social aspect, because yo, we want to play this with squads, man. We want big parties full of people playing this shit and just jumping in and having fun. But when the basics aren't even there, when the basics are gone, that's when you know it's a damn shame, bro. Man, their own CEO didn't even want to tell us the numbers, bro. He didn't even want to say the numbers. He was like, yo, man, it just didn't meet expectations. It didn't meet it. That's when you know. That's when you know it's dire. It's diabolical, man. And again, it's telling that little note about the net bookings is like, okay, the amount they expect to be sold digitally or sold physically in that period of time for next year, they said 5%. They said 5, not even 5% of their entire game offering, bro. They was like, yeah, y'all not even a part of this, bro. That shows how little they have even faith in this series, bro. Just in general, as a series. And that's very telling. Battlefield was, again, aside from FIFA and stuff like that, Battlefield was that person that put the whole team on their back when times was tough. Bad Company 2, you know what I'm saying? Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. Like,
it was EA.
It was EA. You knew, again, it was purely synonymous with EA. And you felt that. But you see, shit just took left turn after left turn after left turn until it's back in the same spot. Then he ran out of gas and lost a tire and got mugged on the way there and stuff. Broke down completely. And it makes sense why they moved Vince Zampella from Respawn over to DICE. That makes, looking at this, you see this? It makes complete sense why they moved him over there. Vince Zampella, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he's like, okay, cool. Listen, we did a lot of stuff specifically at Respawn. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do our thing over there. And off the top of my head, let me research this because I just want to make sure I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Part of the interruption. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm on this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. He went to DICE LA. Thank you. He went to DICE and he's like, bro, we have to fix this. EA bigger heads are like, yo, listen, you've done so much good work on the Respawn stuff with Titanfall 2, all this Apex rollout. It's been fantastic. That's great. Can you make sure somebody's in there to put it on cruise control? You know what I'm saying? Like, put somebody you trust on there and come help us with this because Battlefield's in a disarray. They have right now they have nothing going for them. They have nothing going for them, and they need massive surgery. They need massive surgery from every standpoint. And I think Vince Zampella is trying to turn that ship around from every type of standpoint, man. Battlefield right now is like it lost all the sauce, man. That's what it feels like to me. Yeah. It lost all the sauce, and they need somebody like Vince Zampella to help work it back to health, man. Like it's bad. It's very, very, very bad. Massive changes needed, or else Battlefield's just dead and gone like T.I. and JT, man. Dead and gone.
Yeah. It's
Man.
sad, but it's like there's not much. Like what can we do really? Like it's on that it's their it's on the ball is in their park. Like
Facts.
they had
It's
this
not us.
IP. They yeah, it's like look,
It's it can't
I
be.
want to like this game. I want to. We all wanted to, but we can't because we can't even. Some of us can't even play the game. So it's
Facts.
like
Facts. And it's like, bro, we want to give you every concession in the world, but you can't even give us that. You know what I'm saying? We can't even allow that because you're not meeting the basic requirements. If certain things here
yeah,
and there weren't present, you know what I'm saying? If it was like a little, say a little tweaks here and there that you gotta fix, I'm like, okay, cool, it's understandable. But the base package was already out of whack. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can't even sit there and be like, oh, we like, oh, we covered our bases, we did the basic check boxes, the experience is there, but maybe people aren't rocking with it. Nah, because if everything was there, people would have rocked with it like crazy. Super ambitious, but just the execution is piss poor, man. It was poor, and I really hope they turn it around. That's my hope, man. I really hope they do. And it probably won't be in this game. I'm not gonna lie. It probably won't be in this
yeah,
game. I really hope it is in somewhere along this content year that they're gonna have from the summer. But I just don't know. I don't know, and I'm losing a lot of faith. You know what I'm saying? If I had any faith left from the past couple of titles in Dice, like can they make something quality in terms of Battlefield anymore? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know, man. That's crazy. Gotta hold y'all L, man. Y'all gotta hold y'all L. Y'all up there. I'm not gonna lie. Ham roll of the week. That might be y'all. Anyways, we gonna slide over to some other news. So yeah, man, this was really out of pocket. This was weird. I don't know if this. Again, I'm still like trying to figure out if this was real or not. To be honest, I'm like, damn. And some people are corroborating it. So basically, in the week, we saw an image from somebody. I can't remember who exactly it was on Twitter. But yeah,
There's been a few people who this has happened to too. So it's not just one
Oh
person
wow!
either.
So actually, a few. Wow, all right, bet. So it's corroborated. Damn. So
Yeah.
basically, they received some type of message on their YouTube channel, and it basically they received a message that said this video is popular due to limited creator history. We're limiting the number of viewers. Subscribe to this channel to help this creator reach a broader audience. So YouTube actually stated about this. This is a limitation for some creators who stream from mobile and have less than 1K subs. We wanted to give creators more access to mobile live streaming, but still have some limits in place to prevent the spread of violative content. So is this? I'm trying to figure out where the play was. I'm starting to figure out the picture, but like, damn, what do we? I don't know, man.
So I think with YouTube, because YouTube's always been YouTube's always been the safest option in like almost all content in general. Like even as somebody who uploads YouTube videos, anybody can tell you like you have to like before you can even like edit anything, they ask you, is this for
Like
kids?
four
Yes or
checks.
no?
Facts.
Yeah, like there's like so many times they ask you like, yo, is this safe or whatnot? And I think what they're trying to do is with the rollout of shorts, they're starting to realize a lot more YouTube creators. And I don't want to do this because like I was trying to that was rude. Because if you make shorts, and you have a YouTube, you're a YouTube creator. So a lot of more YouTube creators who are doing shorts and doing TikToks, like I'm a TikTok star, I want to start growing on YouTube. I'm gonna start just taking my shorts to YouTube or whatever. Um, because they have now, instead of needing a whole computer and needing to upload, needing to edit videos, because you can upload everything on your phone. To me, it makes sense because like there was a wild time on TikTok back in the day where you could pretty much get away with fucking anything. At the beginning of
Yeah.
TikTok's inception, you could get away with a lot, and you would be up like your video would be up for like days before anybody really realized what was going on. Same thing with almost all of social media platforms that are revolve around mobile use. I'm not super surprised about it because it's like they're sitting there saying like, "Hey, this video is getting a lot of traction, but we don't trust you, so we want to kind of hold off." But it's also very weird because I feel like if the video, I just think it's interesting because it's like they know that it's becoming popular and are like stopping it from spreading, which would because they're asking you, hey, subscribe to make this person get more viewers or whatever. But it's like the less you spread it around, the less likely people are to subscribe because there's less people seeing it, kind of thing.
Facts.
So I think that they need to have like a more effective system in place. But I think this is just the first time YouTube has ever seen a growth in this many people just posting shorts and things like that because it makes sense. I'm sure a lot of people who were just viewers at one point are like, yo, I think this would be a pretty funny thing to post on YouTube, and now they're YouTube creators. Welcome to the club.
Got you. Yeah. Now that you put it that way, I definitely see it. But this is where my kind of problem lies. If they have the system where they're starting to limit it and they're telling people to subscribe, they need to change that. Honestly, in my opinion, because like, yo, okay, so you're telling people, hey, this video is getting real popular. I'm stopping that shit. Surprise. And anybody else who sees this, they can subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can, get better. Get your subs up that way, bruh. See you later. And that is problematic because, okay, you're having this and you're just kind of stifling creator growth on your platform by, I understand for the sake of safety, but then that affects a lot of people's, actual traction in, reaching different people, getting their whole numbers up and stuff like that. That's a whole nother problem. But I think the best route of option is to shift it to where, okay, cool, you're seeing it's getting popular. Give it a content check. If it's getting popular, just do a quick spot check. You know what I'm saying? Hold it maybe for okay, like TikTok. TikTok will like literally hold your video for a little bit before it gets released into the wild, and they'll check it for content, whatever, if it's like anything malicious or blah blah blah. And then when it's ready, they'll drop it off. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do it, and they're like they're what's the name, testing it with different groups. I wouldn't say exactly test it with different groups and go their same way, but at least hold it back until you can do like a whole content spot check. Like if it's clear, you think it's good, release it into wild, let it go. Or if it's getting popular, you know what I'm saying? You can literally grab it there as getting popular, and then you can choose what to do from there. Like you can hold it and be like, okay, cool. You see it's popular. Is the content okay? Cool. Let it fly. If it's not, stop it right there. Slap on the wrist, drop it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a check as it goes. Don't forcibly stop every video and tell people, hey, yo, sub, you like that? Go ahead. I don't even know what it is. But go ahead, subscribe. Yeah. Give people an actual chance to flourish on that side. You know what I'm saying? And actually be thorough about your process of checking, please. Because I think that's the best route of action. Because otherwise, you just telling people like, yo, bro, get your fucking money up. You're not going to get out. No free clout, nigga. No free clout. Like, that's what you telling niggas. I'm like, this is just ridiculous at this point, bro. Like, makes no sense. Makes no sense. But yeah, it was weird when I first saw it. But now that you provided that reasoning of like more of the mobile content creators, it makes a lot more sense. But yeah, just a slight tweaking approach is all they need. And then that's fine. That's fine. Word. All right, moving into a little sub topic category. I think this might be one of the first times we had comics involved in some of our discussions. This was an actual interesting topic that I saw being brought up the other day. I'm trying to remember who brought it up. I think it was Silver Ice. I think it was Ice that brought this up in some other chat. But basically, I've seen this. I did my research and I see this brought up a couple years ago, and it's coming back around. Right now, DC's kind of in a very interesting spot with Dick Grayson or Nightwing. You know what I'm saying? In the latest runs of the character, he's been having a little bit of a change. So canonically, beforehand, he's always been a half Romanian and a quarter Irish and a quarter Scottish, and that deals to his whole makeup and his skin tone and all that shit like that. But this recent run, he's been retconned to be about 75% Romanian, and he's gonna be drawn that slightly darker tone and have a different shade to him as he acts and he moves in his new comic run. So people have been getting real out of sorts. People have been happy. People have been like, "Oh, you're taking my Nightwing away." Oh my gosh. They've been all over the place. So what are you thinking about this, man? Like it's been in contention for a little bit. I've seen people, go on and on about it. But how do you feel?
Man, people should just shut the fuck up. Like it doesn't
Facts.
shut up, bro. Just watch, just read the comic and go. It's not that hard. And if it's just like, man, there's just so many comics in general that like if you didn't like, oh man, Dick Grayson is a little bit darker, and you think that that's a problem. One, you're the problem. Two, if you don't want to read the comic, you could just read a Red Hood comic or whatever. Like there's so many other options. It's not even like, oh my god, shut up.
Facts.
And that's the thing about freaking like comic books is just that like I love comic books, but because it's kind of just like not a dying medium, but like because it doesn't get as much popularity as it used to, it's like you're lucky to get comics at all, bro. You could get fucking nothing. How you ever thought about that? You ever thought about what would happen if you just got nothing? Exactly. It's not that big a deal. It's not like they changed it. Like honestly, if you would have been like, yeah, they made him black, I'd be like, yo, that's crazy. I would still fucking read it because it's different. You've already had the fucking. It's 25%. A little shit. Shut up,
Facts,
bro.
Yeah, percentage. My niggas was like, you still got 25% in there, bro. Y'all be alright. He's just a beige. He's beiger. He's just beiger now. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Like shut up. It's the same dude. Shut up.
Facts. Factual, bro. This is the thing for me. As long as he is characteristically the same as regular Nightwing, you know what I'm saying? As long as he's still himself, who cares? What does it matter? That's my stance. Honestly, what does it matter? And if there's actually, again, from this explanation that I got, you know, that kind of Romanian thing kind of plays into his actual origin name as Nightwing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like his other origin of Nightwing, where it's like, oh yeah, Superman said this was a great warrior on Krypton. And what random ass nigga on Krypton's named Nightwing? I didn't really believe that. You know what I'm saying? That didn't sound too substantial. But now they rooted it culturally in kind of the Romanian thing. You know what I'm saying? So Nightwing came from that side of his family and that side of his makeup. So I'm like, okay, cool. I understand why they made that link, because it's an actual cultural tie that, you know, feeds into his identity as a superhero, you know what I'm saying, or as a hero and whatever he does. You know what I'm saying? That's understandable. They created that link, they created that culture, they created that history to Nightwing, and I understand it. Cool. Makes sense. Feeds into his character, feeds into his background, his origin story. Makes perfect sense. The fact that niggas are getting mad at that after they perfectly explained everything, I'm like, yo, y'all just want white people and everything. I'm like, bro, right? Like, you know, understand there's different shades. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's other stuff out there. And y'all saying this shit during Black History Month, bro. Y'all should shut the. And this ain't even got nothing to do with us, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with us for real. It's like you talking about Romanians, bro. Like, yo, just smack the shit out you just for them, bro. But I'm just like, yo, dog, shut the fuck up. As long as he's, you know what I'm saying, doing acrobatic shit, going all over the place, and you know what I'm saying, people always looking at his, you know what I'm saying, the dump truck he got and shit. That's all people care about, bro. That's at the end of the day, that's all people should care about.
Yeah.
His character, the yeeks, and the action. That's all y'all need.
That's all y'all.
And get out of here. And that's literally it, bro. If y'all complaining about this man's skin tone, shut the fuck up. There's better. Bro, there's much worse things, man. Companies are dropping NFTs, bro. I need to go argue against them niggas, bro. Go ahead.
There's so much more important things in the world.
Literally, man. But yeah, that's my blurb on that. We can get into the last topic of the day. Holy hell! Oh yeah. I saved the fun one for last, just because I want to talk shit. Oh yeah. So season 12 of Apex Legends is upon us. Defiance drops February 8th, and we have got a smorgasbord of updates, changes, and actual announcements having to do with everything Defiance. So let's get into it, man. First and foremost, the map changes. We're gonna talk about Sabotage Olympus, how everything has shifted a little bit. Of course, how Mad Maggie's kind of put everything on top of his damn head. This whole place looks slightly different. You know what I'm saying, with everything around. Of course, they expanded the map to spread out some squads, help with some of the third party in Olympus, better rotation options, and they have a new interactive map toys and play spaces to make, you know what I'm saying, make your travels a little bit more fun as you roll through Olympus. What are we thinking about it? What are you thinking about the changes? How does it look?
I hope so. I didn't think there was any issues with Olympus personally. I'm sure so many people would disagree with me. And I hope that this will ease some of their problems of like, oh, I keep getting third partied. Oh, the map is so small or whatever. So hopefully they mentioned it, like they spread out some stuff to make it less third partyable. And I think that hopefully this gives the people less likely to get third partied, but I also hope it still keeps the fact that Olympus, being the smaller map, is the more action packed map. I just always had more fun with it because there's just more action. Better rotation options is cool because there are a lot of choke points in Olympus, and sometimes the only rotation option you have is kind of setting you up for failure, because like you'll get led into a spot where you're gonna get destroyed. If they know you're coming from that area, you're not gonna get out of there, especially in ranked. That's a big problem. New interactive map stuff is always fun for people who want to do stuff. From what I think I read was like something along the lines of like loot things that'll get you loot, but also will like draw attention. So it's one of like the same thing of like the Prowler kind of like vibe. Not that it will be Prowlers. I hope to God it's not, but it's just like that. You can get loot, but you might be putting yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah. There's also some mention of this thing called a phase driver. It's like you can summon some loot or something like that, and like, you know, it just lets the whole world know that they're there. Yeah, it's just interesting little point there. I was like, yo, okay, it's like nice, a lot of different POIs, man. A lot of different interesting POIs. Like you see, it's probably shifted grounds, like things are starting to move. Like a lot of different, tweaks and stuff that they made. I guess it just makes the map look a little bit more, I guess, filled, because there was like a good amount of empty spaces and things like that. Like felt like, like, yo, you gonna get dropped right there, bro. Like on me. But I like the look of it. I like the changes, man. The Olympus actually looks like pretty decent, and I hope there's that the changes that they made to circumvent third parties are effective. I really hope that it goes through.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Also, side note: World Jet is not gonna be in season 12 at all. That's crazy, bro. That's
I
tough. That
really,
hurts
I
me.
really like that map
That
compared to
hurts
like
me.
King's Canyon, but like
I like KC too,
I
but
want
I like World's
I
Edge.
want yeah, like I want Olympus over everything, so I'll take I'll
Mhm.
lose World's Edge for Olympus
Okay,
any
that's
day of the
fair.
week.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I really don't have a problem with any of the maps for real. For real, like I'm a shooter, so I'll play on whatever, nigga. I'll do whatever, nigga. I'm like that. I'm built like that. But now I'm playing. But yeah. Honestly, I'm the whole season though. That's a little bit excessive to me. I'm like, dang, at least like a split or something like that. Bring it back after a split. That would be nice. But a little bit
We'll see.
extra.
We never know.
Yeah, they might make a tweak, man. But let's get into the real right here, man. Some of the character changes and introductions. Let's start off first and foremost with the main woman herself. Mad Maggie all in the cut. She is
Oh,
introduced with a whole new kit. So I'll start from the bottom to the top, man. So her passive actually has a couple of different tweaks in there as we go along. So her passive actually, with whoever she hits, whoever she hits with some shots off, she can actually see them for a limited amount of time wherever they go. You know what I'm saying? They're completely marked on the map. She can actually follow them down, hunt them for the rest of the kill, and she now runs faster with shotguns in her possession. So if she's holding a shotgun, she gonna hawk you down with that joint. So that's a pretty crazy passive, honestly. Her tactical is a riot drill. Basically, it pierces the whole surfaces and whatever. It can burn through the next adjacent, I guess, wall after an open space that's past whatever you touch. And the notable thing about it, in the trailer, it showed it can burn through Kxngviii walls. It can go straight through Kxngviii shield. So I don't know what's up with y'all. Like Kxngviii might be, Kxngviii might be finished.
everybody wanted a Gibby nerf, and I hope that this gives them that Gibby nerf, where it's like, hey, if you really think that Gibby's this big of a problem, just run
Run
Mags,
him.
because then
Run
yeah,
run Mags. You
the
know what I'm
thing
saying?
about the way it looks is that like I don't think you're really going to be able to be safe in a Gibby bubble, like with her tactical being active. It's too
Mhm.
small, so you're gonna have to either leave it and then be in a bigger problem, or I don't know. I think she's really going to change the meta a little bit.
Facts. I completely agree, man. It's like, yo, that first and foremost, that should just look cool as hell, bruh. You just attach it right onto
Mhm.
the Gibby bubbles and pow, burn. Everybody going to hell. Everybody going down. That's fantastic. I love it because I hate seeing so many Gibby shields go up. I need to see destruction. I need to see flames and fire and brimstone on all these nigga shields every time, every time. So
Mhm.
I might want to go in and try this one, man. So that's gonna be good. And moving forward, just to the ultimate, man, the wrecking ball. Basically, she spawns a whole ass Black Ops 3 Raptor like we talked about last week, and she throws a ball that basically releases speed boost pads and it detonates near enemies. So it's like I'm not sure if it's heat seeking or like just bounce off walls or it looks really weird from the trailer, but it's gonna basically follow enemies down or bounce off certain surfaces and explode on impact and drop speed boosts. So what the hell? That's a
I
lot.
think it's for sure. I think it's for sure directional, and definitely you're gonna have to like know your geometry if you're trying to like do what they
Mhm.
did in the trailer, where like it went down the stairs. Because
Facts.
from the trailer, at least from what I saw, it was like it went down the stairs, bounced off the wall, and that's how it went down the other
Mhm.
side of the building.
Yeah.
I think if it was heat seeking, it would just be a little too overpowered, because
Yeah.
it would require less skill, making it like more of a cop out.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be an amazing engage tool. The fact that she runs faster with the shotgun to begin with, I think she's going to be a real problem. Like I don't see Octanes being able to get away from that unless they already got a pad out. But even then,
Facts.
uh, she's going to have a
Dropping a
pad
speed
and some
boost,
speed boost.
so
You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
be on
saying?
your
Like
ass, so you
yeah,
can't
like she
run.
depends on how long that speed boost lasts after you pick it up. That's really
Mhm.
going to change the game. But again, like Octane has to stim himself and lose 25 health, where she already has a speed boost, already has a shotgun out. And that's another thing too, is that because she runs fast with the shotgun out, it is a game changer when you're running away and she's behind you and her gun is already out and she's in front of you
Facts.
with a PK. Come on, son.
Yeah, nah.
That's gonna be hard. It's gonna be rough.
It's a lot of changes, and the kit is looking real overpowered, man. I think it's gonna be fun though. A lot of it's gonna be
hmm
fun to use. I'm gonna see what tweaks they probably gonna eventually, make to nerfs in the ground because people are gonna complain regardless.
I I personally I feel like the Apex community complains too much about kits before
So
it's even
much.
like before it's even meta or whatever. Like I
Facts.
don't think Seer. I'm one of the few people you can argue with your mother. You're
They
not
nerf
gonna argue
Seer
with
to
me.
hell.
I don't think Seer deserved all the nerfing that he got. It definitely ruined the character,
I agree.
but I don't think that she's gonna get nerfed that much, because if you really think about it, like oh no, you can't hide behind doors and walls and bubbles. And it's like, all right, cool. Don't do that. Like if
Hmm.
you're fighting somebody outside, she can't do anything but engage you with her ultimate. But if you got
Facts.
like, if let's she throws her ultimate and she's chasing you, if you're Horizon, your ult will literally stop their team push.
Yeah.
Like you guys are getting sucked in. Like there's ways to play around
Yeah.
it.
There's
That's the thing
workarounds,
that
bro. Just think.
it's that, and that's what's annoying about Apex is that I feel like a lot of people, instead of working on ways to counterplay or picking up a new character to learn how to defeat this monster of a character,
Mhm.
that I think they cop out and be like, well, I'm a Gibby player. It's like, well, why don't you play Horizon? Maybe it might stop the push, or like maybe play Watson or something. It'll
Mhm.
work differently. And it's like, no, I'm just gonna complain and ask her to get nerfed so that I could keep playing my main. It's like, nah, man. And that's, I guess, I see things differently because I was an Overwatch player, so
Mhm.
like maybe I just see things differently.
Facts, facts. I feel you. No, but I agree on the point that niggas complain way too much on Apex. Just because I'm like, yo, there's some things I understand. It's like, yo, it's kind of wild and that does need to be fixed. But like, y'all complain about damn near everything. New character come out,
Mm,
everybody dropping complaints. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't even come out. You ain't even get no footage. You ain't even get no hands-on gameplay yet to see how she actually plays in your eyes, bro. You just thought
yeah,
off the rip. You just assumed. I'm like, you don't know yet. You don't know yet. So stop
yeah.
ragging on it. Don't ask for no damn nerf when she's not even out yet. Relax and let it drop. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's not even all we got though. Cause oh finally. Oh, I've been waiting on this one. I've been waiting on this one. So caustic nerf, baby. The smoke canister can officially be broken even when it's live. Oh my gosh. We've made it. We've made it to the
Yeah,
mountaintop. We've made
finally.
so many years I've waited. All you caustic mains, suck it. Suck it. Honestly. You annoying little bastards. Now it's time to shoot. Time to use your gun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Hmm.
it's time to actually move around. You know what I'm saying? I hope the wide hips can help you. Oh gosh. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. Mwah. Lovely.
And again, for all the caustic mates, we're gonna say like that's not fair. He's still a very big fucking lockdown defender because at the end of the day, you put that canister in front of a door, you still cannot get inside you still can't get inside the house. And
Facts.
also, when they open the door, the canister will go off, and you can't shoot the canister because it's behind the door. Like he's still a great lockdown character, but I think that they're trying to move away from people camping and locking stuff down by
Facts.
having Maggie being able to push you through a wall or being
Yeah.
able to destroy the canisters, because it sucks when you have superior everything but you can't get in because caustic will literally do half
Facts.
of your health by the time you and your team move inside the house with
Mm-hmm.
with the gas going off. It just doesn't make sense.
Hard agree. Hard agree. It's like all this campus shit is being kind of like unfoiled. You know, so they're gonna have a foil for this with the Mad Maggie. It's like, yo, ready to like root people out and flag people down. That's like her whole play style. I'm liking it. I'm liking the look of it so far, honestly.
Hmm.
But that is also not all because Crypto got a buff. So Crypto can now send out his drone without controlling it. I'm assuming within a certain range, and you know, get it cracking without actual controlling. It's gonna be automatic. So what do you think about that one?
I saw a little bit of gameplay. It's not necessarily, I can't necessarily say that it's like what's going to be live in the servers, but I think it's going to be interesting because for crypto mains, it's always been like, do I push with my team or do I engage? And then we all push at the same time. It really sucks because by the time you ult, you're either you're not there yet or you're waiting for your team. Let's say you ult and your team is now going to push after you ulted. They might have already shielded up by the time
Mm,
the effect is done. Or even, for example, like this Gibby meta is going to be really rough because Crypto's drone can destroy Gibby's shield when he ults.
mm-hmm.
So like you put a dome shield down, you send out your drone, and then you hit Z or whatever the button you have mapped to your ultimate. It's gone now, and now you're in the fight with your team, which is great. Um, from what I saw, the drone doesn't fly as fast as you would think. It doesn't fly like the full speed of like somebody
Yeah.
controlling it, but it's significant enough to be able to like go forward and be like, I'm gonna pop this thing, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out, and I'm gonna be able to pop it, as opposed to being like, let me get behind this rock, open up the thing,
Facts.
ult,
Open up
jump
the
behind, like
laptop type of lettering, get all
yeah.
the way up there. Yeah, facts. I feel that. I
I'm
feel that.
excited because I enjoy crypto as a character, but I can't
Mhm.
really see
Play
playing him
him.
because
Yeah, not useful. You know what I'm saying? Not
no,
too useful.
I can just play
Facts.
Bloodhound and get the scans off, get the ult off, get more scans off. Like there's just only thing I'm missing out is EMP, but again, an EMP that I can't really capitalize because I'm not even there.
Facts. Facts. That's true. So I'm glad crypto's getting some love, man. Shout out to the crypto mains. Y'all getting a little bit of love on there. And there might be some more tweaks that we know when we get the official patch notes the day before, but that's all the news we got on character-wise. Weapon changes, we got a few of them actually, so let's run through them all one time. So first and foremost, the longbow and the flatline will now be off of floor loot and will be exclusive to the replicator to produce more consistency for those weapons in loadouts and accessibility. Hammer point rounds are back for the Mozambique P2020 and the RE45. There is a new hop-up called the Kinetic Feeder, which is being introduced, which reloads rounds and reduces charge time for the PK and the triple take while sliding. And we have a trading a soul for a soul, unfortunately, as the alternator returns to the floor loot. Let's go. But the Vault is restricted to care packages only. Your thoughts on all these weapon changes?
I like the longbow flat thing just because it gives me more reason to use crafting replicators and whatnot, and also like I feel like right now the flatline is like everybody's like pocket gun. At least
Yeah,
from my understanding, it's a gun that like most people say, hey, like I'm
facts.
gonna run wingman, but like if I really wanted to like really win this game, I'm either gonna pick up an
Pick up the
R301
flatty.
or a flatline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like so I feel like it being in a replicator puts it in a better spot than it being on the floor because there's times where I don't really be finding flatlines like that. Or like, should I run this flatline? I might not see another one for a while. So I like it. Let's see the hammer points. Great. I don't even know why they really took it out. I enjoy it because it kind of gives life to like these guns that don't get that much love to
Secondaries,
begin
man.
with. Yeah, like you don't see many people running P2020s and Mozams, but like now, I could see myself running a Mozam because I still run Mozams till this day because it's pretty consistent in terms of the shotguns that I can run, especially
Mm-hmm.
with Maggie now. I don't know.
Facts.
It might be a force to be
Facts.
reckoned with.
Facts.
Um, New hop up with the kinetic sliding, great. People who are very mobile, I feel like it'll be very rewarding for them because
Mm.
of people. I'll see people like Pussy Chris doing all this sliding crazy stuff
Yeah.
with like with their PK, and it's like it would be cool for them to have some reason to like be as mobile in a
Mm-hmm.
sense. But again, I feel like this loadout and all this stuff outside of the vault alternator thing, to me they're kind of the same gun. To me personally, I don't
Mm.
hit anything with the vault, so like the
That's
alternator coming
tough.
back is great.
That's
Like
tough.
I love the alternator. I'm not good with the Volt, so I'm excited
Mm.
for the Switch. But I think both of those guns are really solid. They're kind of replacing Ying Free. It's to me they're the same gun.
Mm-hmm.
They're both really good. I don't know what it is about the Volt. I'm always fumbling. But
Facts.
I
Hey.
think this is a very strong. They're really trying to push Maggie on people because this is a
Mm-hmm.
very strong Maggie loadout. Because this is
Yeah.
shotgun buffs, shotgun things are coming back out. Like
Mobility,
just
yeah, mobility, speed buffs, like enforcing the actual like rush out like play style, getting in people's faces, man. Like straight on, man. Like again,
hmm
get at them. Like it's that type of encouragement, bro. So I'm like, it's interesting. I like it. All the changes I'm pretty much for. The alternator one hurts because they're literally two of my favorite three weapons in this entire game.
Damn.
Literally, like alternator. Actually, alternator is probably like two of my four. Two of my four, I'll say. There's one more that's in my top five, but I'll count it in the top four. Alternator is probably like three, and Volt is like two. So it
hmm
hurts to see the Volt go, but I love the alternator because it's been such a clutch secondary for me in like previous seasons when it's been on the floor. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I haven't gotten it much, of course, because of care package loot. So I haven't seen it as much. I'm glad to have it back, but at the cost of the Volt, that kind of sucks because the Volt was
Yeah.
like the Volt hits every time. It just hits
For sure.
every single time. It is like it fail safe, bro. It's a fail safe. So it sucks for that. The new hop up, again, it's encouraging me to probably use more of the PK and more shotguns.
Mhm.
I'm thinking this season is going to be a big shotgun season. We're going to see a lot more shotgun plays just because of again the incentive with Maggie, the incentive with all these different, what I'm saying, shotgun based
Smaller
weapons.
map.
In fact, smaller map. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see a lot of different changes, man. I think these are pretty good. These are pretty good. I don't even care for longbow. The flatty, flatty is like again the trusty, reliable for everybody. So I'm like, yeah, I understand why it's gonna be more consistent. People want it to be in a more consistent spot. That's cool. That's fine. And otherwise, man, I'm curious to see what other changes that they might bring with the patch notes. But yeah, so far so good. I'm okay with that, except for the what I'm saying, the Volt. I'm gonna literally do like a Steve Smith song from American Dad just to like let it go, serenade it away. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
daddy's gone and we're not going home. I'm about to all in the sand with it and shit, just arm
Yeah.
out. We'll see. I don't know. I gotta do that shit later. I'm recording. Anyways, let's talk about the last part of this whole piece of the puzzle. It's the modes, and specifically the new mode, more about control. So basically, we got a couple more details about the 9v9 domination style mode, where you get to select your own loadouts of guns that you want to choose. And with that, you have unlimited spawns. So, of course, tackle all 3 objectives and trying to defeat your opponents by scoring more points than them based on these objectives. And, of course, getting that gunplay in and getting them out of here as you go along. Now, instead of a kill leader on the leaderboard during these games, you're going to have a ratings leader based on total contribution, captures, kills, death, and assists, and a lot of different other parameters, much like score streaks from the Black Ops series. And higher ratings and score get you closer to higher rated weaponry like blues, purples, and golds, and your ultimate abilities as well. Now, ratings are akin to killstreak unlocks, so they reset upon death, and you can only queue as a 3-stack. There might be some workaround, but unfortunately, I doubt that there will be. And going into this mode, again, still 9v9. It's looking like a lot of fun as an LTM, and I'm hoping they change it depending on the response. How you feeling about control?
I think it would be way better if you could queue in with more than 3 people, because I feel like the biggest problem with Apex is that you can only play it with up to 3 people, and that's kind of ass, because you can't even do like arenas with your friends, because that would be fun, but they don't let you do that because you can't make custom games.
Customs.
Yeah, you can't do customs anything. So like adding a Call of Duty-esque mode or a multiplayer-esque mode and not letting you queue with more than 3 people. For all that, why don't we just go into arenas? I'm still gonna play it a lot, but I really hope that they change that, because I feel like the only reason that it's not more than 3 queues is because they haven't made a way of doing it yet.
Facts. I agree. And it sucks, bro. Just give me 6v6, man. Also, I forgot to mention that you can, again, you can't pick the same teammate in a 3-stack, but your teammates can pick the same legend as you in another stack. So you can run with 3 Pathfinders, 3 Octanes, you know what I'm saying, 3 Bloodhounds in a match and shit like that, and y'all be fine. There can be some overlap. But, damn, man, this game was so fun, but, like, bro, I want to play with more. I want to have a squad full of 9 people in the Discord, and where it's in the lobby, queued up, ready to roll, son. Like, I want that. I want that, and I want custom matches, bro. That's all I want, really. But I think there are ways away with that. I think it's gonna be like season 14, where we even get a sniff of any custom mode availability or custom match availability for any of us, and that sucks. But aside from that, backtracking just to the mode itself, looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll be playing a whole hell of a lot of it because Apex in a team-based setting, yes, like dead ass, bro. Like, I'm not trying to run into no 9 constants on control, bro. They're not gonna allow that. They're not gonna allow that shit. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But I think controls is flat out is gonna be a fun mode, and I really hope they make it some type of permanent fixture or constantly occurring LTM. Like, please make it as frequent as possible. Make it as frequent as possible.
We don't even need this to be like ranked or anything. We don't. It just could just be an LTM that we have consistently.
Just give me team.
Have to be all that.
Just give me that, and then after that, give me TDM. Literally, you just have to go from there to 6v6 TDM, and that's all I want.
Or even if you take this LTM and switch it with TDM like every so often, just give us something that we can play unlimited depths, because some people are just trying to get better at the game without having to restart this shit every time.
Facts, man. But I think y'all have a goodie on your hands. You know what I'm saying? Respawn, y'all have a good little LTM to go, and I hope it becomes permanent. But y'all will see it in time, baby. Y'all will see it in time. All right, man. Yeah, that's all we got in the Apex news, and that's all I got on the notes for the show, man. That's pretty much all I got, man. Any extra notes of news we might have missed? Any little tidbits that we might not have grabbed? What's on your mind?
No, that's really it. The only thing that I could say is I would really hope that Respawn changes Maggie's finisher that we see in the trailer, because there's been a lot of racially insensitive people who are saying that they want to use her whipping somebody and using it on. There's been a lot of backlash, and a lot of people are asking for it to be removed. And I think that it's pretty valid. Like, it's
we might have to get that out of there. We might have to get that out of there.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, I would love to play Maggie, but I'd be damned if like motherfuckers is really gonna be like, hey, are you racist? Like, nah, I'm not racist, bro. She just has a cool kit. But like things like that, like, it's not. It's just things that I think that we could easily just not have her whip people.
Facts.
It would just make, especially with a very diverse cast like Apex, you know.
Facts. Like, let's not do that. Let's make sure we get ahead of the curve on this. Facts. Of all damn months to let this slide through the cracks. It's not the one that. Come on, Respawn. Tighten up.
Yeah.
Tighten up, bro. Listen, y'all don't think I got Dr. Umar, bro. I got the gift, bro. Listen, I'm gonna call this nigga right now. Hello, Dr. Umar Johnson. He gonna call right up. He'll be right there. Anyways, I had actually a couple of leaving notes. You had anything else?
No, go for it.
Oh, word. So, one, so basically, there's like a short film based on Sifu that they dropped ahead of the whole development cycle, ahead of the release. Go watch that because that's pretty flame. I'm not gonna lie. This whole rollout for Sifu gonna be crazy. I forgot it comes out Sunday if you got the early release version, and I'm buying that, so I'm gonna be playing that on Sunday. Woo! Crack! It's time. I've been waiting on this. That straight booger sugar. I've been waiting on it. Two, Infinity Ward like tweeted today, this early that there was like a new generation of Call of Duty's coming soon. Stay frosty. So these niggas like, hey yo, man, this shit ass. Let's get this MW2 out here real quick, bro. It's February. We need to hurry up, bro. Let's go. They saddling up. They're going. They're getting that shit back together.
It needs something. I mean, not really though. What's the competition? Battlefield.
Yo, they ain't got no damn competition Battlefield. I'm just hilarious that like again, Battlefield 2042 is way down in the dumps. Vanguard's like there. So they like, yo, it's February. We don't usually like announce a Call of Duty till like May, June. Man, let's do February, nigga. Let's talk about it. They don't say a word about nothing till summer. They're like, yeah, bro, we need to hurry up and get in there, bro. This is getting serious. This is getting dire. But again, it seems like many of the assumptions are true. It's an MW2 remake or an MW2 adaptation or something like that. I'm not mad at that. Listen, as long as y'all bring back some of the classic maps, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Fix some of that gunplay up. Cheaters would be nice. You know what I'm saying? Cheaters would be nice to remove. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of them joints. And oh yeah, before I go, fix that fucking tab, Twitch. Put it at the top of the page all month. Do not play with me. Like, actually, why the hell is it Black History Month? When y'all don't, let's get that straight ahead. Y'all didn't even start to think about any of these logistics until like 2 weeks ago. I just want to get that forward, probably. And the fact that you have so many great creators in a random ass tab where half of the Twitch probably can't even see it because they're not scrolling down past two other freaking tabs. Put them at the top and put them at the front page. I don't want to see no non-melanated folks at the top of my page for this entire month. Honestly, stop that. Cut that out. Fix that. Boom bow. That's how you fix that, bro. Don't make me call you AMA. Don't make me do it. Like, stop playing with me, bro. Fix that. Anyways, any parting notes as we get out of here, my good man?
No, just drink your water and be ready for Apex.
Facts. Listen, send a prayer up for Battlefield 2042. They down in the dumps. Hey, keep an eye out for Ali World, bro. I'm about to play that. That joint look fire.
Yeah.
Ali World look fire. I'm trying to play that.
It does.
Me. And I'm pretty sure they have Danny Trejo in it, which is like amazing.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, Ali World, Sifu, a bunch of stuff coming out. Make sure y'all follow everybody, you know what I'm saying, involved with this joint. You know what I'm saying? Listen, better follow Wotaku channel. Better follow WenEazy on all social platforms. Follow ThatManTripp on all platforms. Follow No Cooldown Pod on Twitter. You know what it is with us, man. Content is coming left, right, center. Black History Month got a couple special projects coming out. Got a lot of events that's going to be happening between, you know, all of us that are involved in the stuff, man. Listen, tap in. It's really going to go up. Thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? Thank all you guys, everybody for watching, for listening, from wherever you're at, whatever platform. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? If you could rate this, you know what I'm saying, any type of stars on Spotify. I don't know if it's rolled out yet to all yo, but you know what I'm saying, rate it 5 stars. Give it high rating, share it with your friends, let them know that we out here. And yeah, man, drink y'all waters, do y'all thing out here, and we will see you in the next one. No Cooldown gone.